Dragon Ball. Creation and Destruction. Chapter 81. Isn't it to blame you for killing Piccolo? Son Goku said, if Piccolo is still alive, it won't be so troublesome. Since we can't agree, there is no need for cooperation. Vegeta said coldly. What do you think of Vegeta? Our wish is to revive the friends who were killed by you. Once my friends are resurrected, Piccolo will be resurrected. If Piccolo is resurrected, the Earth's Dragon Ball will also be resurrected. Son Goku, he proposed, after the Earth's Dragon Ball is resurrected, I will give you the wish of the Earth's Dragon Ball. Ha, do you think I will believe you? Vegeta snorted. But again, Vegeta, what wish do you want to achieve? Monkey King asked curiously. Immortality. Vegeta didn't hide it. Immortality. This wish feels meaningless. Son Goku shook his head. You don't understand. I don't want to talk nonsense with you. Vegeta was about to leave when he said this. I have nothing to say to you. In fact, when you are on the Earth, as long as you defeat me, Chi Tien will give you your wish. Son Goku sighed. Why should you kill Piccolo? If Piccolo is not dead, there will be no such trouble. Vegeta was silent. This is so special. I didn't kill Piccolo. Don't blame me, but it can be considered as my order. Vegeta thought about it carefully. If I refuse Kakarot now, the problem is that I don't know where the Dragon Ball is. It's better to promise him first, and then I will gather the Dragon Ball. When the wish is realized, I will take the opportunity to kill him and realize my wish. Okay, that's it. Let me agree to cooperate with you, but you have to obey my orders. Vegeta thought for a while and said to Son Goku. As long as we can get together the Dragon Ball and revive my friends, it's not impossible to listen to your arrangements. Son Goku did not object. Ha, then it's such a happy decision. Vegeta smiled slightly. Okay. Son Goku nodded and asked, Vegeta, what are your plans next? Kakarot, is it true that the wish can only be realized by collecting 7 Dragon Balls? Vegeta asked. Yes. Son Goku nodded. That's easy to say, as long as we find a Dragon Ball first, and hide the Dragon Ball. Vegeta smiled slightly. This way Frieza can't make up the Dragon Ball. Just do what you said. Son Goku didn't object. Then, let's go find the first Dragon Ball now. Vegeta greeted. How do you find Dragon Ball? Son Goku scratched his head. What, you won't tell me, can't you find the Dragon Ball? Vegeta stared. The Dragon Ball radar is not with me, it is in the hands of Klin and Gohan. Son Goku explained. Oh, those two guys have come to Namek, too. Vegeta chuckled. Ha, they came here just to die for nothing. Son Goku didn't say a word. What is the Dragon Ball radar you are talking about? Can you accurately find the position of the Dragon Ball? Vegeta asked again. Yes. Son Goku nodded. Go get the Dragon Ball radar. Vegeta said. But the breath of the two of them seems to be hidden. Now I can't find them either. Son Goku scratched his head. In that case, let's listen to Frieza and their news first. Vegeta said, pressing the button on the detector. Far away. Uncle Klin, what shall we do next? Son Gohan asked. Gohan, after thinking about it, I decided to visit Elder Mully's village. Klin gritted his teeth. Although I know we are not Frieza's opponents, we can save one. I listened to Uncle Klin. Son Gohan nodded. Gohan, we continue to shield our breath and keep moving in that direction. Can we do it? Klin pointed to the front. Yes, Son Gohan replied. The two quickly jumped towards the distance. A few minutes later. It's close, we're already close to them, we must hide our breath and approach them on foot. Klin urged again. Yes, Son Gohan nodded solemnly. They are just below the cliff, let's go over and take a look. Klindao. Yeah, Son Gohan replied cautiously. The two walked forward step by step, and lay on the ground, looking towards the village below. By this look, the faces of Klin and Son Gohan changed color. Sure enough, the Dragon Ball that I finally collected was given to them in a pot. Is that the Dragon Ball? Namek's Dragon Ball is so big. Son Gohan couldn't help but say. Right, the Dragon Ball is so big, it's not so easy to collect. Klin nodded. Unlike the Earth's Dragon Ball, one bag can fit all. While talking, Dodoria below glanced towards this side. Klin and Son Gohan also reacted extremely quickly, and quickly retracted their heads. What's the matter? Dodoria, Frieza asked with a smile. Nothing, there was a weak energy response in that direction just now, and it has disappeared now, maybe it's a small animal or something. Dodoria guessed. It was dangerous just now. Klin sighed. Yes. Son Gohan nodded. The pink guy with acne on his head is very powerful. I am afraid it is stronger than Vegeta. We are not his opponents at all. Klin said. I understand, I also feel that his breath is terrifying. Son Gohan responded. In the village below, Your Excellency Frieza, only these 5 people were found, and the rest don't seem to be at home. The younger brother respectfully said to Frieza, Dragon Balls are also in the room over there, so you can easily find them. If you want to survive, just be honest with me, don't act rashly. The other younger brother sternly shouted at Elder Mully and the others. Are they the Namek people? They look like Uncle Piccolo. Son Gohan said. These fools. Klin gritted his teeth. What are they going to do with those Namek people? Son Gohan muttered, are you going to kill them all? At least there was no Namek survivor in the previous village. Klin said solemnly. Uncle Klin, they have so many people, how can we save them? Son Gohan asked. Look at the situation first. If we can save, we will find a way to save them. Klin replied, didn't the king of the realm say it? Let's be outsmart. From the current situation, we are not at all their opponent. After seeing the Dragon Ball in the hands of Dodoria and Sabo, Mully's face changed color. 4 Dragon Balls. Was the Earthling killed by them? Hello, I am the Frieza who collects Dragon Ball. Frieza smiled and looked at Elder Mully and the others. Where did the others go? According to our investigation, there are a total of 8 people here. Mully and others did not say a word and remained silent. Are you going to stay silent? In that case, I have to kill you. Frieza sneered. Mully. After a short silence, Mew spoke in Namek. Don't use Namek, use a language we understand, I know you can speak other languages. Frieza chuckled. Mully. What Mully is certain is that these guys have been to other villages. Maybe the people on Earth were really killed by him. The others have gone to work in the fields, and the only ones left are our old people and children. Mully replied. Very well, answering the questions honestly like this will not be life-threatening. Frieza smiled slightly. Klin, these beasts, you will find all kinds of reasons to kill them. It's horrible. Then, please continue to answer my questions. Frieza smiled. Apart from the 4 Dragon Balls I have on hand, do you have any other Dragon Balls here? No, all the Dragon Balls have been taken away by you. Mully said coldly. HMPH, as far as I know, Dragon Ball is made by the 7 oldest elders on the planet. Frieza smiled and said, now 7 Dragon Balls are carefully collected by 7 elders, and they compare wisdom to each other. Strength, discuss the reason for wishing. Those who are considered by these elders to be warriors may get Dragon Ball. Mully, where did you hear the news? Dragon Ball is not made by our 7 elders, but by our great elders. It's just that I'm curious, why do you have 3 Dragon Balls here? Frieza asked with a smile. We are also collecting Dragon Balls, intending to fulfill our wishes. Mully replied, this time we made the wish, so these 3 Dragon Balls are placed with us. Oh, can you tell me, what wishes do you plan to do? Frieza asked with interest. Nothing, you have also seen that there is a certain problem with our Namek environment. We just want to make the environment of our planet better. Mully replied casually. Don't realize this kind of boring wish. Frieza smiled and said, the universe is so big. I believe there are many planets similar to Namek. You can move to that planet. We thought about it too, but no one wants to leave their homeland. Mully replied. Very good. It is a pleasure to chat with you. Frieza nodded slightly. So, you can tell me now, do you have any other Dragon Balls here? No, as you can see, all our Dragon Balls here have been taken away by you. Mully replied. Really, it seems you don't want to tell the truth. Frieza smiled and turned to look at Sabo. Sabo understood. What? In an instant, Sabo appeared next to one of the old people. Boom, Sabo flew up and kicked the old man's neck. The old man didn't even react, and fell to his death on the spot. You, what are you doing? The other old man was furious and rushed towards Sabo with his teeth and claws. Sabo gently raised his hand, and the Dragon Ball in his hand was thrown into the air by him. Boom, A burst of energy spurted out of the old Namek's hand. Sabo took off and avoided the energy attack. Boom. The younger brother behind Sabo fell on the spot. Sabo was in the air, with energy in his hands covering the old man's body. The old man let out a stern cry and was killed on the spot. Snapped. Sabo raised his hand and caught the Dragon Ball that had fallen. Beast. Klin was trembling with anger. The two old men who died just now are good people. I have also drank tea with them. I can only watch them being killed, but nothing anyway. That's disgusting. Son Gohan also clenched his fists. How? Now you are willing to tell the truth. Do you have any other Dragon Balls here? Frieza asked with a smile. I said, all 3 Dragon Balls here are in your hands. You don't believe in 570. Mully shouted angrily. Really? Killed 2 people, so as to confirm my guess. Frieza smiled slightly. Mully was trembling with anger. The purpose of your killing is to prove if there are any other Dragon Balls here. This fool. Well, they don't need to exist anymore, kill them. Frieza gave orders to his hands. What are you talking about? Mully's face changed color. At this moment, 3 people suddenly appeared on the horizon. The 3 came quickly towards this side. What a great fighting power. There, Dodoria looked up at the sky. After seeing the 3 compatriots, Mully also showed surprise on his face. It's the 3 of them. The 3 of them are the most powerful Namek people in this village. Klin explained to Gohan. Uncle Klin, their aura is strong, but they are far from that Dodoria, not to mention Frieza. Son Gohan gritted his teeth. They are going to die for nothing. Klin gritted his teeth. Unreasonable. My uneasy premonition really came true. After seeing the dead old man, one of the young men was full of anger on his face. It's great, I just wanted to kill everyone in this village. You guys had a bit of trouble finding it, but you ran back and died. Frieza rubbed his nose. Sure enough, I heard that someone attacked the village to snatch the Dragon Ball, but I didn't expect it to be true. I won't forgive you, you broke the peace of Namek. The 3 young Namek people were filled with righteous indignation, glaring at Frieza and others. Be careful, they are not easy to deal with. Mully said to the 3. Do you want to fight us? Frieza smiled contemptuously. Dodoria, what is their fighting power? Let me take a look. Dodoria pressed the button on the detector. Hey, don't be disappointed. The 3 people add up to only about 1,000. They are not worthy to fight with us. Mully froze for a moment, and quickly reacted. I finally know how they found us. It is the instrument that is at work. Hey, don't make us laugh. Do you want to defeat us with only 1,000 fighting power? Frieza said contemptuously. The breath of the 3 of them is more than that. Klin said, the 3 of them have hidden their breath. But Uncle Klin, even if they burst out with all their breath, they are not their opponents. Son Gohan said. Yes. Klin nodded. What should we do? I want to save them. They are all good people. Wow. Below, several of Frieza's little brothers rushed towards the 3 great America Busters. Boom. One of the Namek people flew a kick and landed on a little brother. The little brother flew upside down, plunged into the mountain behind him, and was killed on the spot. The other little brothers who rushed up were taken aback. I went, and I was beaten to death. Call out. Another young Namek ejected a cloud of energy from his hands and smashed it at Frieza's younger brother Kurenberg. Kurenberg was hit on the spot, and his body flew backwards. When passing by Sabo, Sabo flew a kick and gave Kurenberry to the lake. Kurenberg, die. What's the matter? Didn't you say that their combined combat power is only 1,000? Sabo turned his head and asked Dodoria. What's the matter? The combined combat power of the 3 of them has become 3,000. Dodoria was also wondering. Hey, yeah, the 3 great American nemesis showed their heroism and quickly wiped out all these little brothers of Frieza. You are not easy. Frieza smiled. I understand, Namek people are a race that can control combat power. There are very few people of this type. Dodoria said. Mully silently looked at the detector Dodoria was wearing. There are only 3 undamaged detectors left. Children, let me go first. Mully greeted the 2 children. Fellow, I want me to do it myself. Dodoria had to do it himself, and put down the Dragon Ball in his hand. I will kill you soon, you have to be mentally prepared. Hey, A burst of energy was ejected from Mully's hand, directly hitting Dodoria's detector. Dodoria's detector was destroyed on the spot. Frieza and Sabo were also taken aback. What does this old guy want to do? Do you think your attack will hurt me? Dodoria sneered. Call out. As he was speaking, Mully rose to the sky, and energy flashed in the fingers of both hands again. Bang, bang. These two energies hit the detectors worn by the two dead Frieza brothers on the spot. No, their goal is the detector. Sabo reacted immediately and exclaimed. Frieza frowned. Detector. Klin was also taken aback. The instrument that can detect the opponent's location and combat effectiveness. Son Gohan also understood. By the way, they don't know the exact location of the Dragon Ball. The detector can only be used to find the Namek people. Klin suddenly realized, so, Elder Muli knew this before destroying all the detectors. This fool. Dodoria was furious. I'm going to kill you. Call out. Dodoria quickly flew towards Elder Muli in the sky to zero. Not good. Elder. The three young Namek's faces changed color. Dodoria, wait a minute and kill these three young people first. Frieza greeted. Dodoria was stunned, and quickly flew down. What? In an instant, Dodoria appeared behind one of the Namek people, and pierced the heart of one of the Namek people with a paw. Boom. The next moment, Dodoria ejected a cloud of energy and hit another Namek person. The Namek man died on the spot. The remaining young Namek struggled to avoid Dodoria's attacking claws. Call out. A cloud of energy suddenly appeared in the hands of the young Namek. The energy hit Dodoria's body, raising a large cloud of dust. When the smoke dissipated, Dodoria's undamaged figure was revealed. The young Namek's face turned pale. Call out. Dodoria attacked quickly, hitting the Namek man's chest with his head, leading him directly to the mountain behind him. The young man's Namek was also killed on the spot. Elder Mully's face changed again and again. Now, the only remaining Namek people in this village are Muli and the two children. Ha ha ha, I believe you know very well that you can't run away. Frieza smiled at Mully in the sky. Mully. After a short silence, Mully fell from the sky. You are finally softened, so that's fine. Frieza smiled. You destroyed our most important detector, so please tell me the location of the rest of the Dragon Ball. You wishful thinking. We Namek would rather die than betray our companions. Mully shouted loudly. Then I have to kill you and the children. Frieza smiled softly. What are you talking about? Didn't you even let the kids go? Mully said angrily. Boom. Dodoria knocked Mully to the ground with a punch. You already got the Dragon Ball, why didn't even the kids let it go? Mully fell to the ground, glaring at Frieza and asked. It's meaningless if you don't get 7 Dragon Balls together. You destroyed our detector. If you don't tell me the location of the other Dragon Balls, what should I do with you? Frieza smiled and looked at Mew. Prophet. HMPH. Stop talking about those nice things, even if I tell you where they are, you will kill us. Mully snorted coldly. Ha ha ha, you really know me. Frieza laughed. Your Excellency Frieza, can you really find the Dragon Ball without a detector? Sabo asked. As long as you find other villages or Namek people, there is no problem. Frieza said. Dodoria, kill all 3 of them. Yes. Dodoria nodded. Gohan, let's save those 2 children. Klin gritted his teeth. Although there is no way to save others, but being able to save their children can be regarded as making up for Elder Mully's kindness to me. Good. Son Gohan nodded. You guys jump. I'll stop them. Mully said to the 2 children. The 2 little guys fled quickly. I want you to see how powerful the Namek people are. Mully shouted. Call out. Frieza stretched his finger, and a light flashed, directly hitting one of the Namek kids. Oops. Klin was shocked. This fool. Son Gohan gritted his teeth. Boom. At this moment, Dodoria also knocked Mully to the ground with a punch. Old thing, just watch this kid die in front of you. Dodoria smiled lightly and attacked in Den's direction. Stop it. Son Gohan couldn't bear it, so he jumped up. Frieza and others were taken aback. Who? Is it an accomplice? Where? Dodoria also turned to look at Son Gohan. Boom. Son Gohan flew heavily on Dodoria's fat face. Dodoria was caught off guard and fell to the ground on the spot. Who are you? Dodoria got up and glared at Son Gohan. You fat pig, I'm here to clean up you. Son Gohan shouted. What did you say? Dodoria gave a grin, and was about to attack Son Gohan. Boom! Klin quickly descended from the sky, and another kick was placed on Dodoria's head. Immediately afterwards, Klin hugged Dend. Gohan, get out of here, Klin said to Son Gohan. It's the bald head of the planet Shitkurang. Frieza snorted and recognized Klin at a glance. Strange guy. Did he kill the 2 people we sent over? Sabo froze slightly. At hours of speaking, Klin picked up Dend and Gohan and quickly fled the scene. These 2 beasts. Dodoria stood up embarrassed. Dodoria, hurry up and catch them. I must catch both of them. Frieza called out loudly. This little bald head, I must skin you cramps. You dare to curse me. After seeing Dend being rescued by Klin, Mully breathed a sigh of relief, and then rested completely. Gohan, we fly as hard as we can, and we will be over if we are caught. Klin said to Gohan. Yes, Son Gohan replied. Dend, hold on to me, don't fall. Klin told Dend again. Yes, Uncle Klin, Dend replied. The 2 took the speed to the extreme. It's just that Dodoria's speed is faster, and soon has caught up with them. No, he flies faster than us. He is about to catch up. Klin exclaimed. We have done our best to fly, so it's better to land and fight with him. Son Gohan said. Didn't the Realm King say? Let us outsmart. Do you know what outsmart is? Klin shouted. We are not his opponents at all. What kind of evil did I make? By the way, we can use solar flare. And this planet has 3 suns. Klin said suddenly. Gohan, you come and hold Dend, don't look at my eyes, understand? Understood. Son Gohan nodded. Klin put his hands next to his cheeks. Solar flare. Suddenly, a dazzling light spread out from the center of Klin's head. Dodoria was caught off guard and was attacked on the spot, her eyes widened and her pupils turned white. Ah, my eyes. Dodoria hurriedly rubbed his eyes. Successful, this trick really worked. Klin said excitedly. Gohan, let's hide quickly. The next moment, Klin pulled Son Gohan and quickly landed on the ground. Uncle Klin, isn't that solar flare? That's amazing, Son Gohan said in surprise. Awesome, find time to teach you. Klin whispered. Uncle Klin, you said that if we release a solar flare and give him a Chi Yuan slash, will he die? Son Gohan whispered. Klin's eyes lit up. I'll go, this is a good way. Gohan, you really belong to you. You're right, it's a pity that it's too late. Klin scratched his head. If you use the same trick again, maybe he will be guarded. In the sky, Dodoria's eyesight gradually recovered. This beast, where did you go? Dodoria circled in the air, looking around for the 3 people of Klin to get down. The bald head of the planet Shikilong. You come out for me, I can't spare you. Planet Shigalang. Son Gohan was stunned, turned to look at Klin and asked, Uncle Klin, are you also an alien? Klin, it's also true that everyone on Earth seems to have noses. Son Gohan scratched his head. Boom, Klin knocked Son Gohan to the ground with one punch. What time is it, still making such a joke? Uncle Klin, why are you hitting me? Son Gohan scratched his head with an innocent look. Don't speak, be careful of being heard by him. Klin whispered. Son Gohan hurriedly covered his mouth. We should be fine, he can't find us. Because Elder Mully has broken their detector. Klin whispered, if there is a detector, he can easily find us. Dodoria went round and round, and indeed couldn't find the hiding place of the 3 of Klin. These 3 little guys are too hard to find, I'm really annoyed. Dodoria got a toothache with anger. I'm going to razor this area to the ground, so that you can die. With that said, Dodoria flew up high, spraying a huge amount of energy from his hand. No, fly up, Klin exclaimed. Boom, the energy released by Dodoria sank the island where the 3 of Klin were located. You are dead this time, this is how you teased me. Dodoria said triumphantly, although Lord Frieza's order is for me to take them back, it is better than they run away. But who is that little guy? It doesn't seem to be of the same race as the bald head. Klin, this is so special, am I really not a human being on Earth? Okay, I should go back. Dodoria muttered to herself before flying back. Far away, there is a powerful evil aura over there, he is chasing Klin and Gohan. No, they are in trouble now. Son Goku's face changed color. This guy is Dodoria. Vegeta chuckled slightly. Great, he seems to have left Frieza to act alone. Dodoria, who is it? Son Goku asked. He is one of Frieza's minions. Vegeta explained. Kill him while he is alone. Son Goku silently sensed the breath of Gohan and Klin. The two of them seemed to be safe for the time being. Son Goku breathed a sigh of relief. Farther away, Kokot and Castler's expressions changed slightly. There was a big explosion over there. Let's take a look at it, maybe there will be Dragon Ball's whereabouts. Kokoti suggested. I think so too. Castler nodded. The two quickly flew towards the direction where Klin and others were. Call out. Vegeta rose into the sky and flew quickly in Dodoria's direction. We are saved. Son Gohan had a lingering fear. This guy is not simple, he is stronger than Vegeta. Klin sighed. Are you okay? Son Gohan turned to ask Dend. No, thank you for saving me. Dend quickly thanked. You can fly, Dend, Klin asked. Well, I can fly. Dend nodded. Dend, I'm really sorry, I am the one who caused you trouble. Klin apologized. Uncle Klin, you don't need to talk about this. Elder Mully also said that Namek people will suffer this for a while. Dend said solemnly, you can save me, I should thank you. It's mainly Gohan's credit, Klin said, but if it weren't for Uncle Klin's presence, both of us would be dead. Son Gohan said hastily. I feel less guilty to be able to save Dend. Klin sighed. Uncle Klin, what shall we do next? Son Gohan asked. I don't know what to do next. Klin scratched his head. Son Gohan, far away, Dodoria is heading in the direction where Frieza is. Boom. ... Suddenly, Vegeta fell from the sky and kicked Dodoria into the lake below. Dodoria climbed ashore and was slightly surprised when he saw Vegeta. Vegeta, is it you? Dodoria was stunned, looking at Vegeta. It's been a long time, Dodoria. Vegeta smiled. Vegeta, what else do you do besides sneak attacks? Dodoria said coldly. You and Sabo always follow Frieza. I have been waiting for your chance to act alone. Vegeta smiled. As long as Frieza is not there, I can easily defeat you. Saiyan is so arrogant. Dodoria smiled contemptuously. Your betrayal of Lord Frieza already knows. Lord Frieza said, if I see you, let me take you back, and wait for his hair to fall. Now you hand over your detector obediently, I might consider it in Frieza. Say something nice to you in front of the adults, and spare your life. Snapped. While talking, Son Goku fell behind Vegeta. I didn't expect you to have accomplices. Dodoria smiled slightly. No wonder you were so confident. That guy just came to watch the excitement. Vegeta smiled. Really? Dodoria looked disdainful. I said that I suddenly couldn't hear from you. I still feel weird. It turns out that you lost the detector. It's great. Vegeta laughed, and when I approached you, you had nothing left. I do not know. The sneak attack guy. Dodoria chuckled lightly. It will take several days to return to Frieza and get the probe. Vegeta said, taking off his probe, do you want this thing? Snapped. Vegeta dropped the probe to the ground. HMPH, it seems that you are very witty. Dodoria smiled, you know it's not my opponent at all. It would be a wise choice to hand over the detector obediently. Flavor click. Vegeta sneered and smashed the detector with one foot. What? Dodoria was taken aback. How? It's fun, right? Vegeta looked at Dodoria with a smile. What are you doing, Vegeta? Are you crazy? Why do you want to destroy it? Dodoria was puzzled. Aren't you going to make up the Dragon Ball? Without a detector, how do you know where Lord Frieza and the Namek people are? I don't need that thing anymore. Vegeta smiled. Now I can know the strength and position of the opponent through my own induction. Did you see the guy behind me? He lives on Earth. Saiyan, he has this ability, so I can do it too. Son Goku. Dodoria glanced at Son Goku silently. It turns out that this guy is the Saiyan on Earth. It is said that he is Chi Tien's apprentice. Forget it, leave him alone. It doesn't seem to be a big deal either. As long as you master the trick, it's easy to learn. Vegeta smiled. You, like Frieza, focus on energy is not enough. I see, the little guy Gang-O is an Earthling. Dodoria suddenly realized, it just makes me wonder, when did the Earthlings join forces with the people on the planet Shigalang? Planet Shigalang? Why, has anyone come on that planet too? Vegeta was a little surprised. Okay, I won't talk so much nonsense with you. Since you want to die, I will fulfill you. A murderous intent appeared in Dodoria's eyes. Before the battle, I want to ask you a question. Vegeta said suddenly. You want to ask me, how can I forgive you so I can forgive you? Dodoria sneered. What I want to ask is, what did that guy Chuyi do? It has been a long time since I heard from him. Vegeta asked. I remember I even fought him when I was 5 years old, when I beat him. My nose is crooked. I miss this opponent very much. Chuyi. Dodoria was stunned, and Chi Tien's face suddenly appeared in his mind. It was Saiyan who made Milk Tea who beat Chuyi to death. Did you get beaten to death by Chi Tien? Vegeta asked with a smile. I heard it was because of Milk Tea, right? Ha, do you still ask if you know it? Dodoria snorted coldly. It's nothing, I just want to confirm it. Vegeta smiled and asked. After Chi Tien killed Chuyi, he left the planet of Van Feud. Do you know where he went next? I don't know. Dodoria immediately thought of Chi Tien being taken away by a fat cat. I don't know. How did I hear that he was taken away? Vegeta asked. Dodoria said nothing. Can you tell me who took him away? Vegeta asked. It's okay to tell you, a chubby cat took him away. Dodoria said lightly. What are you talking about? Vegeta shivered, his face changed again and again. The cat man took him away. Isn't the cat person Lord Gods of Destruction? That's not right. Gods of Destruction Beerus is not fat. I remember Gods of Destruction Beerus is of medium build, even slightly thin. Wait a minute, Vegeta said, and drew the look of Beerus on the ground with his finger. Oh, Vegeta, I didn't expect you to paint so well. Son Goku's eyes widened, and he leaned over to take a look. I feel it's a pity that you are not a painter. Go away, I don't want to talk to you. Vegeta stared. Dodoria, come over, come and see if this guy took Chi Tien away. Vegeta asked, pointing to the portrait on the ground. Dodoria frowned. Still, Dodoria stepped forward and took a look. It's not him, Dodoria replied. Vegeta breathed a sigh of relief. I'll just say it. It's definitely not Lord Gods of Destruction Beerus. If it is really Lord Gods of Destruction Beerus, Chi Tien can come back alive. The strength of this body is simply terrifying. But he looks a lot like him. Dodoria added. What? Very similar. Vegeta's smile gradually solidified. It's very similar. If you make this guy fatter, it's like this. Dodoria said, altering the portrait with her finger, widening her appearance. Vegeta took a closer look. Who is this person? I don't know him at all. Could it be that Mr. Beerus ate too much and became fat during that time? I really admire you. Why are your paintings so good? Son Goku was surprised and couldn't help but say aside. Vegeta stared. Dodoria rolled his eyes too. Okay, Vegeta, I don't bother to talk nonsense with you. Dodoria said coldly, you should think about your next situation. Situation? Do you really think you can beat me? Dodoria. Vegeta smiled slightly. Vegeta, I know your combat power well. Dodoria smiled lightly, you are not my opponent at all. Then come and try it. Vegeta smiled and beckoned to Dodoria. It seems that you have forgotten my horror. Saiyan group of wild monkeys has no other use except arrogance. Dodoria smiled, no longer hesitating, and greeted Vegeta with a paw. Snapped. Vegeta grabbed Dodoria's arm. What? Is this your attack? Dodoria. Vegeta chuckled. What? How did you catch me? Dodoria's eyes widened. Boom. Vegeta grinned and kicked Dodoria sharply. Dodoria flew backwards, rubbing against the ground, leaving a long mark on the ground. Dodoria fell to the ground, her face pale. Stand up. Dodoria. Vegeta stepped in Dodoria's direction. This is impossible. Dodoria showed a look of disbelief. How could I not beat him? It's a pity that I stepped on the detector just now. Vegeta sighed. I should show you my combat power first, and then it would be more appropriate to smash that thing, so that you won't be able to feel my powerful strength. What do you mean? Dodoria gritted her teeth and stood up. Let me tell you my combat power value. Say it so that you feel desperate. Vegeta smiled. My combat power is now 24,000. What are you talking about? Dodoria's eyes widened. I remember your combat power is 22,000. Oh, it's 2,000 behind me. I don't know if you can make up for this gap. Vegeta rubbed his nose. This is impossible. Your combat power is absolutely impossible to reach a height of 24,000. Dodoria shouted loudly. Immediately afterwards, Dodoria jerked forward with both hands. Boom! A powerful energy sprayed from Dodoria's hands. The powerful energy covered Vegeta's body on the scene at that time. The energy in Dodoria's hand was released desperately, and all fell on Vegeta's body. Carrot! Boom! There was a big explosion at the scene. Hey, Dodoria, you can't do this trick. Vegeta's voice suddenly rang from behind Dodoria. What? Dodoria's face changed color, and he hurriedly slammed back. Snapped. Vegeta stretched out his hand gently, blocking Dodoria's fist. Hey! Dodoria kicked Vegeta again. Vegeta flew up, grabbed Dodoria's other hand, and put both of his hands behind him. Ha ha ha, I'm afraid you don't know Dodoria, we Saiyan can be said to be more and more courageous. Vegeta laughed. You and Frieza have controlled me in the planet area with low combat effectiveness these years, so that my combat effectiveness can't be higher. Do you think I don't know this? You know everything. Dodoria couldn't help exclaiming with a cold sweat on her sore face. If the opponent is strong, I will be stronger than him. Vegeta smiled and said, I was almost killed on Earth, and now my energy has greatly increased. This is the fighting nation Saiyan. You think those little tricks can stop you? Am I improving? I didn't make the idea of making you unable to improve your combat power. It was Bailey Bulu's meaning. Dodoria hurriedly tossed the pot. Really? That Frieza's nanny. Vegeta smiled slightly. Dodoria, nanny. You can describe it. Well, you are nothing more than that. Vegeta smiled. Killing intent Li Jiao's appeared on his face. I hope you will be a good person in the next life. There's no need to kill Vegeta, right? Son Goku was a little unbearable, and quickly persuaded, if you keep him, he might become an excellent painter in the future. Go away, Kakarot, you shut up. Vegeta's puffed nostrils smoked. Do you know how many Saiyan he killed? This, Son Goku scratched his head. Wait Vegeta, you let me go first, I will tell you a secret. Dodoria said quickly, this secret is about your planet Vegeta. Oh, really? Vegeta smiled contemptuously, let go of Dodoria's hands, and asked with a smile, you said planet Vegeta. What's the secret of planet Vegeta? Dodoria was panting heavily, obviously frightened. Say quickly. Vegeta snorted. You won't kill me after I've finished speaking? Dodoria asked. If you don't say anything, I will kill you now. Vegeta chuckled lightly. Okay, I just said it. Dodoria immediately replied, your Saiyan planet, Planet Vegeta, was not destroyed by a meteorite as the Lord Frieza said. Oh, it turned out to be this. Do you want to tell me that the guy Frieza destroyed our planet? Vegeta asked with a smile. You all know. Dodoria was taken aback. It seems to be true. Vegeta narrowed his eyes. It is true that Saiyan alone cannot deal with Lord Frieza, but if many Saiyans unite, it is possible to win. Dodoria replied, there are some people in Saiyan who are born fighters like you, even the guy Chi Tien. However, it is said that that guy was abandoned after cultivation, and people like you. Also more and more. Vegeta didn't say a word. Son Goku scratched his head. A nation with magical powers will not bow to their heads in the future. Dodoria said, Your Excellency Frieza has considered this and decided that it is necessary to take measures. Therefore, Your Excellency Frieza personally took action to bring planet Vegeta and everyone on the planet together. It was wiped out, but you were lucky, and you happened to be doing a mission on an alien planet, plus the reason why you were a prince. I deliberately saved your life. Quote, Vegeta looked plain. I already knew what you said. Although you have known this fact a long time ago, it is a big blow to you if I say it again now. Dodoria said, flying into the sky, I am going back to Lord Frieza now, you take care. Bar. You think too much, Dodoria. Vegeta smiled slightly, the planet, friends, and relatives are not important to me. I just think of being used by you since I was a child, so I don't get angry. Vegeta said, endless killing intent appeared on his face. Ah, Dodoria was frightened, and hurriedly turned into a flame, rushing to the distance. Boom, Vegeta quickly caught up, releasing an energy bomb in his hand, which directly swallowed Dodoria inside. Suddenly, Dodoria turned into dregs, and could not die again. Son Goku didn't go to see it, and didn't stop it. Just as Vegeta said, this man's hands were covered with blood from Saiyan. HMPH, Kakarot, did you hear the unfathomable power of Saiyan that Frieza was afraid of? Vegeta smiled at Son Goku. So, shall we challenge Frieza now? Son Goku asked excitedly. Vegeta, are you an idiot? Such a stupid guy, how did he improve his combat effectiveness? It's really unreasonable. However, I may not lose to you now. Dodoria was killed by me. This guy is inexhaustible. He used to walk sideways on planet Vegeta. Vegeta said, now I have become stronger. I have to say that the Earth War still allowed me very rewarding. Well, I have gained too. Son Goku nodded. When Frieza is eliminated, I will take care of your Kakarot. Vegeta looked at Son Goku with a smile on his face. Haha, if I can defeat Frieza, I would already be Super Saiyan at that time. I can definitely kill Kakarot in seconds. Wrong. Defeating Kakarot is not my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to defeat that guy Chi Tien. I don't know how much difference is between Chi Tien and Frieza. Kakarot said Chi Tien can kill Frieza in seconds. Real or fake? Okay, let's get the Dragon Ball radar now. Vegeta said to Son Goku. Okay, just do it. Son Goku nodded without objection. Just when the two were about to set off. At this time, Cocotte and Cassler came quickly from a distance. AHFD. Hey, please wait a minute. Cocotte greeted the two. Both Vegeta and Son Goku were taken aback for a while, and immediately stopped, turning their heads to look at Cocotte and Cassler. Who are they? Are they also Frieza's men? Son Goku asked, scratching his head. I don't know, just look at it. Vegeta shook his head. Judging from their outfits, they don't look like Frieza's. The two soon appeared directly opposite Son Goku and Vegeta. The appearance of these two people is very rare in our universe. Cassler said to Cocotte. I found a rare race. Cocotte smiled slightly. Casselal, sometimes I really want to be an evil person, so if I catch them back to the exhibition, maybe I can make a lot of money. Casselar, who are you? Vegeta said with a black face. Cocotte, have you seen it? They don't even know us. Cassler was taken aback for a moment, and he smiled at each other. Hehe, this is really speechless. Kate showed a helpless expression. Isn't this the edge of the universe? The reputation of our proud team is not well known in this area. It's possible. Cassler nodded. Vegeta glanced at Son Goku. Because Vegeta felt that the breath of these two men was a little weird. Son Goku also looked at these two people silently. Just as Vegeta sensed it, Son Goku felt that the breath of these two men was very strange. It's completely different from our breath. Hey, I'll ask you something, do you know Dragon Ball? Casella asked. What, are you looking for Dragon Ball? Vegeta smiled, looking at each other and asked. Yes, we are indeed looking for Dragon Ball, can you tell us where Dragon Ball is? Casella asked. Fly along this direction to there, about 10,000 kilometers, there is a guy with horns on his head. He believes he knows Dragon Ball better than us, you can ask. Vegeta pointed to the southwest. You're not lying to us? Cocotte asked. You believe it or not? Vegeta said. Cocotte, I can indeed sense that there is a strong energy response over there. Let's go over and take a look. Cassler said. Good. Coco nodded. Anyway, thank you for providing us with the information. Cassler thanked Vegeta, and after saying this, he would leave here with Cocotte. Hey, the guy you are going to find is very powerful, you have to be careful. Son Goku couldn't help it, and exhorted the two of them. Cocotte and Cassler looked back at Son Goku. Vegeta. This pig teammate, he is the Universe King Frieza. To be honest, even I may not be his opponent. Son Goku scratched his head, so, you must be careful. The King of Universe, Coco was a bit pity. Oh, Frieza, Universe Emperor. Cassler was also a little confused. What's up, Cocotte, when will there be an extra Universe Emperor in our universe? Cassler turned to ask Cocotte. I don't know, I haven't heard of it. Cocotte shook his head. Interesting, the title of Universe Emperor is pretty good. Cassella laughed. You two know the existence of the Universe Emperor, but you don't know our proud team. You are really ignorant. Son Goku. Vegeta. What proud team? Why have I never heard of it? These are two fools. Identification is completed. Cocotte, let's meet the Universe Emperor. Cassler said to Cocotte. I also have this intention. Coco headed. The two said to leave. Hey, you must be careful, that guy is very powerful. Son Goku waved behind him. Don't worry, can a guy of that level be the opponent of our proud team? Cocotte blinked at Son Goku. Soon, Cocotte and Castellar left the scene. Strange guy. Son Goku scratched his head. Who are they? Vegeta was also a little puzzled. I have never heard of the name Pride Team. Forgot to ask them what they did looking for Dragon Ball, Son Goku groaned. HMPH, let's take care of our own affairs. Vegeta snorted, Dragon Ball can really fall into their hands, but it will be more beneficial to us. They should not be Frieza's opponents. Son Goku gritted his teeth. They can only die for nothing. Kakarot, with this time, it's better to take me to get the Dragon Ball radar. Vegeta said angrily. Okay, let's get the Dragon Ball radar now. Son Goku said. However, just when Son Goku was about to take Vegeta to find Klin and the others, Son Goku stopped suddenly. What? Vegeta asked. It's really bad. Klin and Gohan have hidden their breath again. Son Goku scratched his head. Are you reliable? Vegeta offered his teeth. Their breath was in that direction before it was hidden. Son Goku pointed to the east. Vegeta, let's go and take a look. It's about 8,000 kilometers away from us. Humph. Vegeta snorted. Who knows where they will go after we pass by? This is something that can't be helped. I told them to be careful. Son Goku scratched his head. Forget it, let's try your luck in the past. Vegeta suggested. Huh, what is that? What? Son Goku was stunned and asked. Kakarot, that direction is about 1,000 kilometers, there are a lot of breath reactions, it should be a certain village on Namek. Vegeta smiled slightly. Let's try our luck in the past, maybe there is a Dragon Ball there. It's okay to go and see. After coming to Namek, I haven't seen the Namek people yet. Son Goku nodded. The two swiftly headed towards the distant village. The distance of more than 1,000 kilometers is not too far for Son Goku and Vegeta. The two soon appeared directly above the village. There are really Namek people. They look like Piccolo. Son Goku said excitedly. What are they doing? They seem to be planting crops and building houses. They are really hard-working people. Ha, Vegeta was too lazy to talk nonsense, and landed in the village from the sky. Son Goku also quickly followed down. Many Namek people changed color after seeing two people appearing. Who are they? It's an alien. Hey, who is the elder here? I'm here to get the Dragon Ball. Vegeta grinned and greeted the many Namek people present. What did you say? I'm the elder here, can you tell me why you want Dragon Ball? The elder stepped forward and looked at Vegeta and asked. Don't tremble, hand it over, Vegeta said coldly. So, you must have a Dragon Ball here, already. Vegeta, can you speak well? Son Goku hurriedly stepped forward and explained. Hello everyone, I am Son Goku, I am from the Earth. Our Earth companion was killed by bad guys, so I want to let the Dragon Ball my friends are resurrected, so can you give us your Dragon Ball? Cut. Vegeta snorted. Earth. The elder was stunned. The situation is like this, there are also Dragon Balls on Earth. Son Goku talked about Piccolo in detail. After hearing Son Goku's narration, the elder immediately no longer had the slightest hesitation, and found someone to go to the room to take out the Dragon Ball and hand it to Son Goku. I can sense that your heart is very kind, there is no trace of evil, so I give you the Dragon Ball. I hope you will fulfill your wish as soon as possible and bring your friends back to life. The elder said to Son Goku. Thank you very much. Son Goku quickly thanked him. But that guy has an evil look, don't give him the Dragon Ball. The elder exhorted. Well, we are just a cooperative relationship. Don't worry, I have a sense of measure. Son Goku also lowered his voice and whispered, if he is not obedient, I will beat him up. Ha ha ha, really an interesting little guy. The elder laughed. By the way, the Universe Emperor Frieza are also looking for Dragon Ball, you should find a place to hide, they should be sending people around to find the village. Son Goku said. Universe Emperor Frieza. The elder's face changed slightly. Do you know him? Son Goku asked. I heard that it is indeed a tricky guy. The elder nodded. If he really appeared, I'm afraid Namek will encounter an unprecedented crisis this time. I will definitely find a way to defeat him. Son Goku said solemnly. Come on. The elder held Son Goku's hand tightly. The two talked happily. Vegeta was so bored that it hurts. However, Vegeta feels fortunate that we also found a Dragon Ball somehow. As long as this Dragon Ball is hidden, Frieza will not be able to realize his wish. Then, we're leaving. Son Goku hugged the Dragon Ball, flew into the sky with Vegeta, and waved to the elders and others. Goodbye. The elder waved. The two left the village temporarily. Remote areas. Dende hesitated again and again, and finally decided to take Klin and Son Gohan to see the Great Elder. Elder, who is it? Klin asked. It's the one who gave birth to all of our Namek people. Dende replied, due to the abnormal weather in the past, there is only one person left on our entire planet. It was he who brought Namek back to life. I am the 108th child of the Elder. Quote, how can one person give birth to so many children? Klin couldn't help asking. How to give birth? Spit an egg out of your mouth. Dende replied. Klin shivered. By the way, it's been more than a month since I came to Namek. I don't seem to have seen a woman from Namek. Klin said. Woman? What woman? Dende asked in confusion. No, doesn't Namek have a man to talk to a woman? Klin wiped his sweat. No. Dende shook his head. There is no single in this race, so there is no need to find a girlfriend. Klin said to Son Gohan. Son Gohan, is girlfriend important? By the way, why didn't you tell me about the Great Elder earlier? Klin asked. At first I only thought you were looking for Dragon Ball. Who would have thought that even guys like Frieza would come to Namek? Dende sighed in a low voice. If Frieza really brought a lot of people over, I'm afraid there will be leftovers on this planet. There are not many Namek people. Yeah, that guy Frieza is too bad. He will definitely not have an asshole after giving birth to a child. Klin cursed, and then asked, by the way, is there a Dragon Ball in the Elder? Yes. Dende nodded. Let's get that Dragon Ball quickly. If Frieza collects 7 Dragon Balls to fulfill his wish, I'm afraid it will be even more difficult to deal with. Klin suggested. Good. Dende nodded vigorously. Gohan, let's go. Klinda. Ha, Uncle Klin, look at this. Son Gohan pointed to the Dragon Ball radar, and then pointed to a certain direction. There is also a Dragon Ball in that direction. Frieza has 4 Dragon Balls in hand. There is one here. Maybe Dad and the others are lucky to find one, so there are just 7 Dragon Balls. I will find this Dragon Ball. Klin took a closer look. Well, I haven't been to this position before. Klin nodded. Gohan, go find this Dragon Ball, just tell the truth, Namek people are very kind. Okay, I understand. Son Gohan replied. I and Dende go to the Great Elders and bring the Dragon Ball from the Great Elder. Klin suggested, let's meet in this place. Okay, I see. Son Gohan replied, I'm waiting for you in the cave over there, if I'm back early. Okay, see or leave. Klin nodded. Shoo, shoo. Klin and Dende flew into the sky and flew toward the direction of the Great Elder. Frieza, this beast, if it weren't for him, I'm afraid I would have already made up the Dragon Ball. Klin gritted his teeth, resentful. He's a badass. He killed so many of our companions. I also curse him for giving birth to a baby for not showing his ass. Dende clenched his fists. The village of Elder Mully. Frieza sneezed. Your Excellency Frieza, have you caught a cold? Sabo asked with concern. Frieza, I'm the Emperor of Universe, can I catch a cold? Your Excellency Frieza never seems to be sick. Sabo scratched his head. I feel like someone is scolding me from behind. Frieza snorted, no surprise. I invaded so many planets, it is normal for someone to scold me. Why isn't Dodoria coming back? Is he still looking for those 2 boys? Sabo pondered. Well, if that idiot can't even find the children, then just leave him alone. Frieza frowned. Let's find the remaining Dragon Balls first. Yes, I understand. Go to other villages to find it, and you will definitely find it. One of the surviving little brothers hurriedly stepped forward. The 2 of us are looking for the village. Sabo said to the little brother. Then, I will return to the universe spaceship with these 4 Dragon Balls and wait for you. Frieza greeted the 2. Sabo and the younger brother quickly offered the Dragon Ball. Please look for the remaining 3 Dragon Balls, so that my wish can be fulfilled as soon as possible. Frieza said. Sabo and his little brother hurriedly saluted. Immediately afterwards, Sabo and his little brother soared into the sky. You go there to search. If you find the village, don't do it, Come and tell me immediately, because you are not a strong opponent of Namek. Sabo ordered. Point 0. Yes, we will meet in the Universe spacecraft in 3 hours. Sabo said. The two moved quickly in different directions. Frieza was not wordy either, and immediately took the 4 Dragon Balls he had in hand and marched in the direction of the Universe spaceship. It wasn't long before Frieza left the village. Kokot and Castellar also came quickly from a distance. The two soon noticed the miserable situation of the villagers being killed. It's too miserable. Kate couldn't bear to look. This should have been done by the Universe Emperor. Castellar was also filled with outrage. This fool. To kill is to pay for his life. Let's catch him and bring him back to our proud planet to be judged. Kokoti said. He must be afraid of us, so he ran away in a hurry after killing. Castellar guessed. You were right. After all, the reputation of our pride team is not covered. Coco nodded. The two ignorant guys actually didn't know the existence of our pride team. Catch up with him, we have to ask for an explanation for the natives of this planet. Castellar said. Good, Kokoti responded. The two quickly chased in the direction of Frieza. Klin's sighed. Klin and Dend hid their breath and moved slowly. Hey, at this rate, when can I reach the House of the Elder? Klin asked. You can arrive in 5 hours, Dend replied. There are still 5 hours. This is really long enough. Klin sighed. There is no way I can only fly so fast. Dend replied. By the way, I can take you to fly together. Klin slapped his forehead and said to Dandy. This or that, you can't hide your breath. Dend asked. Didn't Mully destroy all their detectors? Klin said, without the detectors, they would not be able to find our location, and I found that there are no people around here. It should be safe. Okay. Dend nodded. Snapped. Klin stepped forward and grabbed Dend's arm, and his body burst into flames, turning into a stream of light, raising the speed. Huh, that's Klin's breath. Son Goku had already sensed Klin's breath from a remote location. In addition to the bald head, there is also a person's breath, very weak. Is it a Namek person? Vegeta also let go of his senses slightly, and said to Son Goku. I don't know, maybe it is. Son Goku nodded. If it is a Namek person, then the little bald head should have a Dragon Ball in his hand, otherwise, he will follow the Namek person to find another Dragon Ball, Vegeta guessed. Yes, Son Goku responded. Kakarot, you go and bring his Dragon Ball. Vegeta suggested. Bring the Dragon Ball that Klin has here. Son Goku was taken aback. Didn't you say that Frieza has 4 Dragon Balls? Vegeta asked. If that little bald head has a Dragon Ball in his hand, plus this one in my hand, there will be a total of 6 Dragon Balls. In other words, there is still the last Dragon Ball left, and we can realize our wish. You were right, Vegeta. Son Goku nodded. At that time, we will find a way to grab the 4 Dragon Balls from Frieza. The wish is ours. Vegeta smiled slightly. Okay, I'll go to Klin, 570. Son Goku didn't have so many twists and turns, and immediately nodded in agreement. After you find Dragon Ball, you can raise your breath, and then I will come and look for you. Vegeta said to Son Goku. Just do it. Son Goku didn't object. Call out. Son Goku turned into a flame, and quickly chased him in the direction of Klin. HMPH, Kakarot, hurry up and bring the Dragon Ball over. In the end, Vegeta is the only one who realizes my wish. Vegeta grinned. There was a short silence. Now, I go to try my luck elsewhere, maybe I can find another Namek village, and then I find a Dragon Ball from that village. Vegeta whispered and landed on the ground, unscrupulously let go of induction. 10 minutes later. Huh, is that Sabo's breath? He and Frieza are separated. Vegeta was taken aback. This is a good opportunity. I'll get rid of that guy Sabo first. They lost the probe, and Sabo and Frieza separated. They should have gone out to find Dragon Ball. Very good. I kill Sabo first, and then wait for the opportunity to snatch the Dragon Ball from Frieza. Then I will hide Frieza's Dragon Ball and get the Dragon Ball from Kakarot. I'm so smart. This way I can have an immortal body. Maybe I had become Super Saiyan by then. For this Dragon Ball, find a place to hide it before talking. Vegeta thought for a while. Instead of taking the Dragon Ball to challenge Sabo, he threw the Dragon Ball into the lake. Okay, that's it. Even if Frieza appeared during the battle with Sabo, they didn't know that I had found a Dragon Ball. Call out. The next moment, Vegeta soared into the sky and flew quickly in the direction where Sabo was. What? Vegeta turned into a flame and appeared directly opposite Sabo, blocking Sabo's path. Hey, long time no see, Sabo. Vegeta looked at Sabo with a grin. Vegeta. Sabo also looked at Vegeta unexpectedly. Dodoria has been killed by me, and then it's your turn. Vegeta's face showed a scornful smile. As far as I know, the combat effectiveness of the two guys Sob and Dodoria is not much different, both are around 22,000. My current combat power has reached 24,000, and I can easily kill the guy Sabo. What did you say? You said you killed Dodoria. Sabo looked at Vegeta in disbelief. HMPH, of course, I killed him effortlessly. Vegeta smiled lightly. I don't believe it, Sabo said. You can compare me with me and you will know how strong I am. Vegeta's fighting spirit emerged. Vegeta, why are you betraying Lord Frieza? Sabo asked puzzledly. It's very simple. I thought Frieza was not pleasing to the eye. Vegeta chuckled. Besides, it is impossible for our proud Saiyan to obey other people's orders. In the past, I was forced by your power to obey. But now I am different. You mean, do you have Chi Tien that backer? Sabo asked. Humph, whatever you think. Vegeta hummed. Besides, I still have a Dragon Ball. As long as I get the immortality, I can definitely defeat Frieza. What a stupid fellow. Do you think you can defeat Lord Frieza by getting the immortal body? Sabo sighed. The pure immortal body is useless at all. It's a pity that you didn't bring the detector, otherwise, if you knew my combat effectiveness, you would know how terrible I was. Vegeta snorted. You are the one who doesn't understand. Your Excellency Frieza's powerful strength cannot be surpassed by anyone. Sabo said coldly. Really, as far as I know, Chi Tien has the ability to kill Frieza in seconds. Vegeta smiled. Oh, why didn't he come? Sabo asked. He doesn't seem to dare to set foot on the planet Namek. Because he knows very well that to deal with Frieza, he doesn't need to act personally. Vegeta can easily solve it. Vegeta pointed to his nose. How do you listen to you? Are you willing to be Chi Tien's subordinate? Sabo sneered. Did you reverse your identity? Don't forget, you are a prince, he is just a courtier. I don't want to talk nonsense with you anymore. Vegeta shouted. Dodoria told me everything. He said that Frieza was afraid of us, Saiyan, so he would destroy our planet. Now I will let you see the power of Saiyan, strength. Nonsense. What the Lord Frieza is afraid of is Saiyan who is united, you can't do anything alone. Sabo chuckled lightly. Oh, is that true? Vegeta let out a chuckle. What? The next moment, Vegeta suddenly disappeared. Sabo was taken aback, his face changed slightly. In an instant, Vegeta appeared directly opposite Sabo. Sabo reacted extremely quickly and greeted Vegeta with a sharp punch. Snapped. The seemingly heavy punch was easily blocked by Vegeta with his hand. Call out. Vegeta grabbed Sabo's fist, threw it hard, and threw Sabo out. Sabo quickly stabilized his figure in the air. Boom. Immediately afterwards, Sabo pointed his palm in the direction of Vegeta, releasing a powerful energy zero. Seeing the rapidly falling energy, Vegeta screamed and punched it hard. Boom. With a muffled noise, the energy bomb released by Sabo changed its direction in the air. Boom. The energy bomb fell on a lake in the distance, setting off waves of great distances. It was actually blocked by him. Sabo said solemnly. Far away, Klin and Dend also saw a big explosion of powerful energy that appeared in the distance. The two powerful auras have collided. Are Vegeta and Frieza's people fighting? Klin scratched his head. Goku is okay, did you really instigate Vegeta? Wow, Dend paled with fright. Dend, we have to speed up. Klin said to Dend. Call out. Klin speeded up again. Hey, Klin, wait for me. Son Goku chased up from behind. Goku. Klin was stunned and stopped immediately. You fly so fast. Son Goku smiled, and then looked at Dend. This kid is from Namek, right? Dend was taken aback, and hurriedly hid behind Klin. Dend, don't be afraid, he is Goku, my best friend, and Gohan's father. Klin said to Dend. Hello. Dend hurriedly saluted. Hello. Son Goku nodded. Goku, you are amazing, have you instigated Vegeta? Klin asked. No, Vegeta hates Frieza and the others. Son Goku replied, I think Vegeta must have met Frieza's men. That's why the two sides started a fierce battle. Goku, what are you doing to me? Klin asked. Klin, are you going to get the Dragon Ball? Son Goku asked. Yeah, Den said the elder, Klin said, telling Son Goku all the things about the elder. So that's it. Son Goku nodded. Den, Klin, can you give me the Dragon Ball? What did you say, Goku? Is there any difference between yours and mine? Klin said. That's true. Son Goku nodded and laughed. Then, let's speed up and proceed towards the Grand Elder. Den suggested. Boom boom. The battle between Vegeta and Sab continues. Sabo was beaten by Vegeta with a bruised nose and swollen face. How about Sabo? You are not my opponent at all, are you? Vegeta laughed. Boom. Vegeta kicked Sabo out of the air with an upside-down golden hook. At the moment Sabo was about to land, he adjusted his figure quickly and looked up into the air. Behind. Vegeta's voice rang from behind. What? Sabo's face changed color. Boom. Vegeta kicked Sabo's heart. Sabo fell to the ground and gnawed a big mouthful of dirt. How about Sabo? You're already dead, right? Vegeta laughed wildly, and pointed to his nose with his thumb. Maybe I am Super Saiyan now. Your progress really surprised me, but you still call Super Saiyan at your level. You really laugh at me. Sabo smiled contemptuously. Don't be stubborn, it's the truth. Vegeta snorted. Vegeta, you have completely irritated me. Sabo snorted coldly. Really, what can you do to me? Vegeta was proud. Before you die, let me tell you the reason why I don't use real power. Sabo said lightly, it must be transformed to exert real energy, but the image after transformation is too ugly. I like beautiful ones. Appearance, I can't bear the ugly appearance, but under the choice of death and ugliness, I naturally choose to transform into ugliness. You mean to transform? Vegeta was stunned, and asked with a smile, is it like our Saiyan? Ha ha ha, some people will say such silly things when they are helpless. I don't need to be as big as a great ape, just increase my energy. Increase the overwhelming energy, Sabo said lightly. Well, I just want to see and see. Vegeta smiled. You will regret it, Sabo said, changing his body into an ugly face. Vegeta was shocked. Sure enough, this guy will transform. Vegeta, my current combat power is estimated to have reached 32,000, isn't your combat power 24,000? Sabo smiled softly. What are you talking about? Vegeta's eyes widened. Call out. Sabo attacked quickly, stepping forward and hugging Vegeta's head. Boom. Sabo hit Vegeta's face hard with his forehead. Vegeta felt dizzy for a while. Give it back. Sabo threw Vegeta into the air with a wave of his hand. Vegeta quickly adjusted his body shape in the air, turning into a flame and rushing towards Sabo. Sabo stepped forward. Boom. The two met in the air and each punched each other. Vegeta was beaten to fly. Sabo seemed to be fine. Hoo. Vegeta was panting heavily, feeling that he was not well. This guy actually has such a transformation ability. How about Vegeta? I was surprised when I knew that I was also a transformed universe person. Sabo smiled and said, you wrongly estimated my combat effectiveness, and now I am going to turn defeat into victory. Vegeta was silent. By the way, let me tell you another terrible thing. Sabo smiled and continued, Your Excellency Frieza is also a transformed universe person. What are you talking about? Vegeta's face changed again and again. You can't even beat me, do you still want to challenge Lord Frieza? Sabo smiled contemptuously, that's it. What about Super Saiyan? Boom. A burst of energy was ejected from Sabo's hand, and the energy whizzed in the direction where Vegeta was. Vegeta was shocked and dodged hurriedly. What? Sabo quickly appeared behind Vegeta and hugged him from behind. Vegeta struggled desperately. Call out. Sabo descended from the sky with Vegeta. Boom. Vegeta plunged into the ground below, leaving a large meteorite crater. The lake was flowing in the big pit, and it soon submerged Vegeta in it. Sabo hovered above the sky, silently looking over. I can't see it. I killed him. Sabo muttered, maybe he's still alive, maybe he's drowned. What? Sabo returned to normal. Even if he is alive, it doesn't matter. Knowing the gap with me, I don't dare to rebel against Your Excellency Frieza. Sabo smiled, then, I will report this to Your Excellency Frieza first. Call out. Sabo turned into a flame and swiftly flew in the direction where Frieza was. At the same time, Sabo's little brother also successfully found the village where Son Goku and Vegeta had visited before. However, there is no one in the village. What's the matter? Where are the people in this village? The Dragon Ball is not in the room either. I'm afraid it was taken away by the villagers. The little brother was stunned, a little puzzled. Report this to Your Excellency Frieza first. Near the Universe spacecraft. Frieza hovered in the Universe spacecraft, looking up silently at the sky. The guy who made milk tea didn't come. You wait for me, Chi Tien. I have fulfilled my wish of being immortal, depending on how I clean up you. I want to make you confused between east and west, north and south. At this moment, Frieza suddenly saw two strange figures appearing in the distance. Frieza looked away from a distance. Who are they? Looking at their costumes, I don't know which planet they are from. Weird guy. Is it to travel to this planet? Hey, Frieza, Emperor of the Universe. Come out. Cassler stood under the Universe spacecraft and shouted loudly. Frieza, who is this guy? Do you think that if you hide in the Universe spacecraft, we can't find you? Cassler said, and a handcuff was conjured out of his hands. Arrested. You have the right to remain silent. Frieza, who is this so special? How am I still breaking the law? When the guy Beerus was sleeping, I managed this universe. Which green onion do you special? Frieza flew down from the Universe spaceship with a dark face, squinting at the opposite Cassler and Coco. You are the Universe Emperor Frieza, aren't you? Cassella asked. Who are you? Frieza asked with interest. I am Cassler of Team Pride. Team Pride, what did you do? Frieza was taken aback for a moment. I only heard of Team Canute. What special team? Cassler scratched his head. Hey, Cassler, haven't you noticed that we are not talking to them on the same channel? Cocotte groaned. The ghost knows what's going on. Cassler was also a little puzzled. The King of Universe has never heard of our Pride team. This is so special. How is this going? Team Pride is located on the Pride planet in the Purcell area. You, the Emperor of the Universe, are not fake, right? Cassler replied. What area? Frieza was stunned. The Purcell area. Cassler said again, are you still pretending? Since you are the Emperor of the Universe, you shouldn't be ignorant of this area. This is the first time I have heard of an area named this way. Frieza rubbed his nose, and didn't mean to kill Cassler immediately. I am here in the Universe spacecraft by myself, and I am very bored. It is also good to have someone to accompany me to relieve my boredom. What, you haven't heard of it? Cassella frowned. Can you tell me the coordinates of that area? Frieza has already decided, looking for a chance to sing in that area. What coordinates? I don't understand what you are talking about. Cassler replied. What, are there no coordinates in your area? Frieza asked. Look, Cassler, I said we're not in a chat channel. Cocotte sighed. Cassler was speechless for a while. Okay, let's stop talking nonsense with him, just let him hand over the Dragon Ball. Cocotte suggested, then catch him again and throw him into the prison of our Pride team. Well, you were right. Cassella nodded. Frieza, you have been arrested. Cassler took out the handcuffs and shook it in front of Frieza. Honestly put the handcuffs on. Going for death. Frieza's nose crooked with anger. You let me, the Emperor of the Universe, put in handcuffs. Call out. A red flame spurted out of Frieza's hand. Snapped. Cassler reacted very quickly, hurriedly raising his arm, and a circular shield appeared on his arm. Boom. Frieza's energy flame hit the shield, making a crisp sound. Cassler was shocked by Frieza's powerful energy and flew backwards, rubbing his feet against the ground, leaving a long trace on the ground. What? Why is this guy so powerful? Cassler was shocked. Go together. Cocotte made a decisive decision. The two of them no longer hesitated, and launched a fierce attack on Frieza. Who are you guys? Frieza was also a little shocked. Together, these two people are on par with me. How is this going? And the two of them can do strange magic. Especially this woman has a good level of treatment. Boom. Cocotte and Cassler joined forces, and Frieza was unable to fight back for a while. This is the advantage of Team Pride. The two teamed up to double their strength. After all, the two of them often cooperate in battle. Boom. A hammer conjured up in Cassler's hand, and a hammer hit Frieza's body. Frieza was knocked to the ground. HMPH, you are not our opponent, hurry up and surrender. Castellar snapped, you killed the innocent natives on this planet, and you will be judged by our proud team. It's not easy for you too. The combined combat power of the two has reached 700,000 or 800,000, right? Frieza smiled lightly. Snapped. Frieza transformed into a second form, and his body became several times larger. What? This guy will transform. There are very few such races. Castellar frowned. Call out. Frieza hurried away in the direction of Castellar. Puff. The sharp horns on Frieza's head pierced Castellar's heart on the spot. Ah, I'm sorry, I used a bit of force and accidentally penetrated your heart. Frieza chuckled lightly. Castellar. Coco was shocked and rushed up. Snapped. Frieza squeezed Cocote's neck and was about to twist her head off. Cocotte. Castellar was shocked, punched Frieza hard in the face, and quickly slipped off the sharp corners of Frieza's head. Hoo-hoo. Castellar gasped heavily, feeling that his vitality was dissipating. Frieza was punched by Castellar just now, temporarily loosening Cocotte's neck. Cocotte fell from the air. Frieza rubbed his sore face and looked at the two people below with murderous expression. Not bad, the heart is pierced, and there is so much strength. Frieza smiled lightly. We are not his opponents at all. Get out of here, Castellar whispered to Cocotte. I will use magic to leave this place. Cocotte also has lingering fears. However, just when Cocotte was about to release the magic, shoo, Frieza stretched out 3 fingers, and 3 powerful red flames spurted from the fingers. Puff. These 3 red flames directly penetrated Castellar's body. Castellar didn't even react, and died on the spot. Castellar had been pierced through the heart, his vitality had dropped to the limit, and he was hit hard by Frieza. It was strange that he was immortal. Hey, Castellar, don't scare me, you quickly wake up. Cocotte turned pale, and the healing technique in his hand was continuously released to Castellar. However, it is of no use. Your level of treatment is good, do you want to be my queen doctor? I will benefit you. Frieza smiled and looked at Cocotte. Snapped. Coco chanted the spell and released the magic in his hand. What? The next moment, Cocotte left the scene with the dead Castellar in an instant, only a few thousand meters away in the blink of an eye. Huh, flash magic. Frieza was startled slightly, looked at Cocotte, which was a few kilometers away, and smirked. Do you think you can run? Frieza just prepared to track down. Call out. I saw Cocotte release the flash magic again. When I looked at it again, Cocotte flew thousands of meters away again. Shoo, in a few blinks of an eye, Cocotte has disappeared. Where did this weird woman come from? Frieza frowned. Now, there is no way to track this woman. The flashing speed is too fast. I have never heard of such a race. Purcell area. Where is that? Frieza scratched her head for a moment, but it was a pity. Also, Team Pride. As the Emperor of the Universe, I have never heard of the existence of this team. I only know that there is a Kinyuite team. Moreover, this Kinyuite team is still my subordinate. Thinking of this, Frieza returned to the first form. Not long after Frieza had just returned to the first form, Sabo also came quickly from a distance. Sabo is back, N. Frieza greeted Sabo. Your Excellency Frieza, how did I hear the movement of the team just now? Sabo asked quickly. Sabo, have you heard of Team Pride? Frieza asked. Sabo shook his head blankly. Have you never heard of it? Frieza asked again. I only know about the Kinyuite team. I haven't heard of any Proud team. Sabo replied. The Purcell area, have you heard of this place? Frieza asked. Sabo continued to shake his head. Where is Pride Planet? Frieza asked. Sabo wiped his sweat. What kind of messy names are these? I haven't heard of it. Forget it, I will investigate slowly later, now the most important thing is to collect Dragon Ball. Frieza groaned. The next moment, Frieza and Sabo looked at each other. Lord Frieza, have you transformed? Sabo, have you transformed? The two asked each other in unison. Frieza's face turned black for an instant. Do you dare to interrupt me? Sorry, Lord Frieza. Sabo knelt down quickly. Okay, get up. Frieza asked without embarrassing Sabo, did you find the village? I didn't find the village, but I saw Vegeta and repaired him severely. Sabo replied. Oh, in other words, now you can't beat Vegeta without changing your body. Frieza understood. Yes, he said he had killed Dodoria. Sabo replied. This guy has started to betray me openly. Frieza sniffed. By the way, what about the others? Is he dead? I haven't confirmed whether he is dead, but even if he is still alive, he is seriously injured. Sabo replied. Why didn't you confirm? Frieza asked, squinting. Because Vegeta has sunk in the water, Sabo said quickly. Can you just dive and check it? You don't check if you hate getting your body wet. Frieza frowned, a little impatient. I'm really sorry, I'll confirm it right away. Sabo hurriedly responded. Your Excellency Frieza, I found a village. The younger brother flew back to report, but the people in that village have moved away from Dragon Ball and disappeared. But I saw Vegeta's footprints in the village. That kind of shoes should it's our style. What are you talking about? Frieza's face changed color. Did Vegeta take away the Dragon Ball there? Where did he get the people in that village? Sabo was a little puzzled. It's not like Vegeta's style. There is no trace of fighting in the village. No, the younger brother shook his head. But, Vegeta wants to get the Dragon Ball. It's impossible not to use violence. Sabo said in a deep voice, and he didn't hold the Dragon Ball. Oops, where did he hide the Dragon Ball? Sabo, bring Vegeta here right away, this time I must live. Frieza ordered. Yes, Sabo hurriedly responded. Aplu, you immediately get in touch with the planet Frieza, let the Kinute team come here, and bring some probes by the way. Frieza told the younger brother, you can arrive in about 5 days, right? Yes, the younger brother was also taken aback. Your Excellency Frieza, why use the Kinuite team? Sabo was also shocked. I have an ominous premonition. Frieza frowned. What premonition? Sabo asked. I have been thinking about this. In addition to the Saiyan named Chi Tien, there seems to be another Saiyan who is growing up. He will become our enemy. Frieza groaned. Besides, there is a proud team that we don't know the information at all, and it is also messing around in our search for Dragon Ball. That's right, I know, I'll bring Vegeta over right away. After Sabo finished speaking, he turned into a flame and quickly flew towards the distance. It didn't take long for Sabo to appear near Vegeta. Vegeta had just crawled out of the lake and suffered serious injuries. Oops, I am dying. Can I even beat that guy Sabo? I am so tragic. Vegeta, great, you are still alive. Sabo was surprised and delighted. I will take you back to save you. Your luck is so good, in order for you to tell the whereabouts of Dragon Ball, you must first heal you. Call out. Sabo took Vegeta back to the Universe spacecraft where Frieza was, and stuffed him into the therapy device for treatment. I didn't expect to have to treat the traitor. Sabo snorted. How long does it take for this guy to speak? His injury is not light. It will take at least an hour to make him sober. The younger brother replied. Uncle Klin, Uncle Goku, over there is the residence of the Great Elder. Den pointed to a high mountain in the distance, and said to the two of them. It's easy to be spotted in such a conspicuous position. Klin sighed. The Grand Elder lives in the house over there. Den explained. The Great Elder won't have an accident, right? Klin asked with some worry. It's okay Klin, there seems to be no trace of fighting here. Son Goku smiled. That's good, let's go down quickly. Klin suggested. The three descended from the sky and landed outside the house of the Great Elder. Taste. The door opened, and a Namek man walked out of it. Mr. Naru, Den said excitedly. Oh, this guy looks exactly like Piccolo. Son Goku also looked at Naru silently, and couldn't help exclaiming. You are here just right, the Elder already knows what happened. Nilu said to the three with his hands on his back. The Great Elder really expected things like a god. Den said. The three of you go in Li Jiaohao and see the Great Elder. Nilu greeted the three of Son Goku. Now that you know what happened, why don't you leave here quickly? Den asked. The Great Elder is getting older, he feels that he is not far from death, so he had to stay here and let me guard him. Nilu replied. You are not easy, I can sense the extremely powerful energy contained in your body. Son Goku looked at Naru said. Naram glanced at Son Goku silently, without saying much. The three of them entered the room and appeared in the bedroom of the Elder. Elder, Den and the guests are here. Naru said respectfully. It's so burly, Klin exclaimed. Is this the Great Elder? It's so big. Son Goku also sighed sincerely. Welcome, You are both on Earth, right? The elder said to Son Goku and Klin, first of all thank you for saving my child Dend. Ah, this isn't a big deal, but I'm actually causing you all. Klin scratched his head embarrassedly. Frieza and the others have been eyeing our Namek Dragon Ball. Even if you don't come to Namek ahead of time, our Namek will suffer this disaster. The elder sighed, this guy will kill all my children. Their purpose is to win the Dragon Ball. The Dragon Ball is the symbol of the wisdom and strength of the people of Namek. It is our hope. Klin said nothing. Son Goku did not speak either, and listened silently. By the way, what about Lord Supreme Kai? Has he left Namek? The elder asked again. Supreme Kai. Klin looked dumbfounded. Who is Supreme Kai? Are you talking about Chi Tien? He should have left Namek. Son Goku nodded. Goku, Chi Tien is Supreme Kai. Keelan widened his eyes. Huh, don't you know? Son Goku scratched his head. You never told me. Klin smiled bitterly. Well, I don't seem to have mentioned it to anyone. Son Goku thoughtfully. What is Supreme Kai? Klin asked again. Son Goku. I heard from the World King that Supreme Kai is the greatest god in this universe. Son Goku replied. Ah, are you kidding? Chi Tien is the greatest god in this universe. Klin was surprised. Great Elder, Chi Tien said, our affairs need to be solved by ourselves, so he shouldn't come to Namek. Son Goku said to the Great Elder. Grand Elder, won't you come to Namek? So, where did the two strange people Supreme Kai bring them? The Great Elder was speechless. Well, let's just say it straight to the point. Klin said quickly, Elder, can the Dragon Ball on your head be given to us? Goku and I will never give it to Frieza. I also ask you, Grand Elder. Den said, if the wishes of the people on Earth can be met, Shenron will appear on the Earth again. What? Do Dragon Balls exist on Earth? There are also Namek people. The elder was a little surprised. Yes, Klin nodded. A long time ago, when there was a problem with the climate of this planet, he took the universe spacecraft to the Earth. Is it Kadaza's child? The elder suddenly realized, it's amazing that the little child arrived on Earth safely. But let alone, that child is indeed the dragon genius child who made the Dragon Ball. However, that is the genius dead or killed. He was killed by Saiyan Nappa, but Nappa has been destroyed by his companion Vegeta. Klin replied, also, the guy named Vegeta has also come to Namek, and Goku plans to fight with him. He teamed up to snatch Frieza's Dragon Ball. Is it killed by Saiyan? The elder murmured, Saiyan is really a fighting nation, and it can actually defeat the genius of the dragon race. By the way, is that Saiyan Super Saiyan? Hey, what do you mean? Klin asked blankly. Super Saiyan. Great Elder, why do you also say Super Saiyan? Son Goku was also taken aback. I'm sorry, please come here, this guest from the Earth. The elder said to Klin. Klin didn't object, and stood honestly beside the elder. The Grand Elder put his hand on Klin's head. Well, let me know about your past. The elder said. Huh, Klin looked confused. The Great Elder quickly read Klin's inner thoughts. It turned out to be like this. In order to abandon the sins of the past, he became two people. The elder understood, it's really stupid. The power of the genius has been reduced by half, so he would lose to Saiyan. If he is still alone, maybe it won't die this time. Become a person. Klin was stunned. Okay, I'm very pleased. Your wishes are pure and you have been very brave so far. The elder groaned, and reached out and picked up the Dragon Ball on his head. Now I will give you this Dragon Ball, but I'm afraid your wish is hard to come true. Why? Klin asked. Unfortunately, my lifespan will be over in a few days. In these few days, can you regain the rest of the Dragon Ball from Frieza's hands? The elder said solemnly, I'm afraid it will be difficult to do. Come, Dragon Ball disappears completely when I die. What? Is it so serious? Son Goku also felt the seriousness of the situation. I understand. Klin nodded, now that I have no choice, I will protect this Dragon Ball. Please, I can't act anymore. If the person named Frieza comes here, Naru will not be his opponent at all. The elder sighed, however, you are a human being on Earth, with quite strong abilities. It's a pity that this power has not yet come into play. I can awaken your sleeping power. Awaken the sleeping power. Klin was stunned, do I really have this kind of power? I have practiced hard, and now I feel that I have reached the limit. The Grand Elder said nothing, and put his hand on Qlin's head. Immediately, Qlin was surprised to feel that his potential energy was suddenly guided out. What? Is this my power? Qlin was stunned. Son Goku's eyes were too wide. Bravo! Qlin's breath is simply amazing. Ha ha ha, I feel that my energy has become much stronger. Qlin exclaimed, it's unbelievable. It's like being reborn. Thank you so much, Elder. Nothing. The Great Elder smiled slightly. Ha ha ha, Goku, how do I feel that my energy intensity exceeds yours? Qlin said confidently. Qlin, congratulations. Son Goku nodded and smiled. Elder, can you help Goku guide the potential energy out? Qlin asked the Elder again. You are the Son Goku, he said. Come here. The Elder greeted Son Goku. Son Goku also pointed to his nose in confusion. Then, Son Goku stepped forward. By the way, Elder AHFD, if you guide my potential power, will it affect your lifespan? Son Goku asked with some worry. No, just a guide will not affect my lifespan. The Elder replied. Okay, then I'm not welcome. Son Goku nodded and stood beside the Elder. The Elder silently put his hand on Son Goku's head. The next moment, the Great Elder was silent. Are you a human being on Earth? The Great Elder stammered. Ah, I was Saiyan who grew up on Earth. Son Goku replied truthfully. Are you Saiyan? No wonder your potential power feels endless. The Elder was shocked. Endless? Qlin was speechless for a while. The potential power of Goku is endless. This is too scary. And your heart is extremely kind. Although the Earth person just now is very kind, but somewhat selfish, but you don't have the slightest crooked mind. The Elder was extremely surprised. This is the first time I have seen such a kind person. This kind of person is just like our Namek people. Qlin, compared with Goku, my fart is nothing. Wait a minute, what is this? The Elder suddenly discovered the strange energy in Son Goku. What's the matter? Great Elder. Son Goku was stunned. This is divine power. You actually cultivated divine power. The Great Elder was stunned again. Divine power. What is it? Son Goku scratched his head. Divine power is the power of God, also called the energy of God. The Elder said in a deep voice, you still have divine power in your body, how did you do it? How did you do it? Son Goku was still confused. I see, did you practice with Supreme Kai for a while? The Elder asked. Yes, he taught me how to feel free. Son Goku nodded. No wonder, the Elder suddenly realized, although I don't know what self-consciousness is, it is certain that this is a skill that can only be used by gods. Zuzaiji, God's skills. Goku, is this the rhythm of becoming a god? Qlin wiped his sweat. This Saiyan, the Elder hasn't recovered from the shock yet. You call me Son Goku. Son Goku replied. Okay, Mr. Son Goku, I cannot guide your divine power, but I can awaken your potential energy. The Elder said. Okay, trouble you, Elder. Son Goku nodded. What? Suddenly, Son Goku clearly felt that the sleeping power in his body was emerging rapidly. Snapped. A layer of flame emerged from Son Goku's body. Is this my sleeping energy? Son Goku was surprised. Okay. The Elder nodded. Elder, I feel that I am several times stronger. Son Goku's eyes widened. Do you think that with my current strength, I can't beat that Frieza? I don't know. I don't know what Frieza's strength is. The Elder shook his head, but there is an ancient legend that unless it is Super Saiyan can defeat Frieza, otherwise, I am afraid there will be a certain gap. Super Saiyan. It's Super Saiyan again. Son Goku was stunned. Can you tell me what Super Saiyan is? According to legend, Super Saiyan is the most powerful person in the universe, with extremely powerful combat capabilities. The Elder replied, I heard that the planet Vegeta where your Saiyan lives was destroyed by Frieza. The reason Frieza wanted to destroy you, it's probably because of the fear that Super Saiyan will be born on your planet. Really? It turns out that Frieza was worried that we would have Super Saiyan, so that's why we wiped out our planet. Son Goku scratched his head. There is another legend, the Great Elder continued. It's just that the Great Elder gave up after half talking. What else? Son Goku asked. Forget it, it doesn't matter. If it is really another legend, then it is a force majeure factor. The Elder replied. Chapter 91. What do you mean? Son Goku looked confused. In fact, what the Grand Elder wants to tell Son Goku is that it is also possible that Gods of Destruction Beerus wants Frieza to destroy planet Vegeta. However, the Elder thought carefully and felt that there was no need to say it. This kind of thing is a bit fantasizing, who knows if it is true or false. Moreover, Lord Beerus, the Supreme God, when he is not sure whether he is true or not, he still doesn't he is going to slander him. Well, it doesn't matter anymore. Son Goku didn't ask any further meaning. Elder, you mean Son Goku is so powerful, isn't it Frieza's opponent? Unless Goku can become Super Saiyan? Klin asked. I also heard about it. I don't know if it's this way. The Elder shook his head. So, does the Grand Elder know how to make Goku a Super Saiyan? Klin asked again. I don't know. The Elder continued to shake his head. Okay Klin, don't ask so much, we will have a way. Son Goku comforted Klin. How terrifying is that Universe Emperor, Goku, you have become so strong, are you not his opponent? Klin was deeply moved. Take one step and count as one step. If it's impossible, you can only fight with him. Son Goku smiled. By the way, Goku, do you want to take Gohan over and ask the Great Elder to guide Gohan's potential power? Klin suggested. Okay. Son Goku nodded. Elder, are you not against it? Gohan is my son. Yes, bring him here. The Elder nodded. Then Goku, let's take Gohan over now. Klin said. Klin, can you pick up Gohan by yourself? I want to stay and get familiar with the energy just introduced. Son Goku said, suddenly I got this part of the powerful energy. If I don't get familiar with it, I will fight later. Sometimes, there may be a little physical discomfort. Okay, I understand, then I will take this Dragon Ball away. Klin nodded. Go to Klin, pay attention to safety on the road. Son Goku said. Yes, Klin replied. Call out. Klin hugged the one-star Dragon Ball, turned into a flame, and quickly flew towards the distance. Son Goku scratched his head. Oh, I seem to have promised Vegeta to take back the Dragon Ball from here and give it to him. Okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Let me get acquainted with the potential energy that comes out first. It's amazing, Great Elder. At my current speed, I can take Gohan over in just a few hours. Klin laughed. At this time, Son Gohan also successfully found a village and explained the situation to the villagers. The villagers of Namek are very friendly and gave this Dragon Ball to Gohan at that time. Son Gohan quickly thanked him. The people of Frieza are looking for you, so hurry up and find a place to hide. Son Gohan said to the Elder when he was leaving. Okay, thank you little guy, you are a kind child. The Elder smiled. Elder, I will leave first, thank you for your Dragon Ball. Son Gohan waved his hand. The Elder nodded slightly. Son Gohan left the village holding the Dragon Ball. Frieza's Universe spacecraft. Vegeta is undergoing treatment. Has more than half an hour passed. Is this guy's injury still good? Sabo asked. His injury is not minor, and it will take 30 minutes. The younger brother replied. I'm going to think about Sir Frieza's report. Sabo said to the little brother. Yes, the younger brother replied. Sabo left. The little brother watched Vegeta being healed silently by himself. The famous Vegeta can only obediently confess where the Dragon Ball is hidden in front of Your Excellency Frieza. The younger brother smiled. Snapped. Just as the younger brother had just finished speaking, Vegeta, who was being treated, suddenly opened his eyes. The younger brother's eyes widened, his face slightly discolored. What's the situation? Boom. Energy sprayed out of Vegeta's hand, directly hitting the younger brother's body. The little brother has turned into a dregs, and he can't die anymore. HMPH, didn't you think I would recover right away? Vegeta laughed. After Frieza and Sabo outside heard the noise, they rushed towards it. It's Vegeta. Sabo was furious. Frieza frowned, a little angry. The two came to the scene to take a look and found that the Universe spacecraft had been broken through a hole. No, let him run away. Sabo has two big heads. However, what the two didn't know was that Vegeta was hiding in the Universe spacecraft, quietly watching them both. Quick, chase me. Don't let him run away. Frieza shouted. Sabo's lungs exploded, and he hurriedly chased the Universe spaceship. Vegeta searched for a moment in the Universe spaceship, and as expected, he found the 4 Dragon Balls hidden in the spaceship. Very good. I found Dragon Ball. Frieza wanted to torture me about the whereabouts of Dragon Ball. He didn't expect his Dragon Ball to be served in a pot by me, right? My luck is so good. Above the sky, Sabo is still looking around for Vegeta. Where will this guy go? Sabo muttered. He can't run too far at once, he must be hiding somewhere. Sabo, haven't you found it yet? If you let him run away from here like this, you will take full responsibility, and I will execute you. Frieza shouted. These two fools, looking for it there. Vegeta smiled contemptuously, and glanced at the 4 Dragon Balls lying on the ground. These two idiots, they healed my injury and gave me the Dragon Ball. These Dragon Balls are quite big, I'm afraid I can't take them all at once. I will hide these Dragon Balls first. Hey, you guys are fooled, I'm still in the universe spaceship. Vegeta shouted loudly. Frieza's face changed color, as if he realized something. Sabo's pupils shrank sharply. Boom! Vegeta threw an energy bomb and smashed it into the universe spaceship. A big explosion occurred in a corner of the universe spacecraft. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Vegeta threw the 4 Dragon Balls on the ground along the gap in the universe spaceship to a distance. No, is that guy Vegeta trying to snatch the Dragon Ball? Frieza angered. Sabo also realized that something was wrong. The two hurried to the location where the Dragon Ball was stored. Sure enough, the Dragon Ball had disappeared. Ah, this fool. Sabo felt that his whole body was not good. I was tricked by Vegeta as a donkey. And still in front of Lord Frieza. I'm going to get cold now. Hateful. Sabo rushed into the sky, looking for Vegeta's whereabouts. Vegeta dived quietly to the other side of the lake, with an endless smile on his face. It's really stealing the chicken and losing the rice, letting Vegeta go and losing the Dragon Ball. Frieza was so angry, he can't leave so quickly with 4 Dragon Balls. I'm here to search for the universe spaceship, you have to be thorough. Search outside and underneath the universe spaceship. Yes, Sabo responded quickly. Listen, if you don't bring Vegeta over to me within an hour, I will kill you. Frieza said angrily. Yes, understand, Sabo replied. When Frieza and Sabo were looking for Vegeta, Vegeta had already seen the place where he kept the Dragon Ball. Vegeta collected these 4 Dragon Balls together. These 4 Dragon Balls plus the Dragon Ball I am hiding, I have 5 Dragon Balls. There is one more in Kakarot's hand. In other words, one more Dragon Ball, I will realize my wish. Very good. At this moment, Vegeta suddenly sensed a powerful breath coming here quickly. Vegeta was taken aback for a moment. Is it that guy Sabo? No, his fighting power is not as good as Sab. Vegeta looked towards the sky. From this look, Vegeta couldn't help being a little surprised. It's that bald head. Moreover, this kid is holding a Dragon Ball in his hand. Sure enough, that Kakarot is not trustworthy. He actually gave the Dragon Ball to this bald head. Kakarot didn't take the Dragon Ball back. Humph, Kakarot, you guy who runs the train with a mouthful. As cunning as Chi Tien. Without sensing Kakarot's breath, only this bald head returned with the Dragon Ball. Very good. This Dragon Ball is mine. My luck has been so good from beginning to end. Vegeta turned into a flame and hurriedly chased it in the direction of Klin. Klin went away for pleasure, not even aware of the danger behind him. Call out. One after another, the two drew 2 rays of light across the horizon. Sabo, who was looking for Vegeta, suddenly saw a ray of light rushing toward him. Is it Vegeta? Sabo was stunned. Sabo glanced intently. Not him. Isn't this the bald head of planet Shitkarang? This guy still holds the Dragon Ball in his hand. Immediately afterwards, Sabo took a closer look again and suddenly found the Vegeta that was being followed. It's Vegeta. I finally found you. This time it was really a bumper harvest. Not only did I find Vegeta, but I also got a Dragon Ball. The praying mantis catches the cicada, and the Oriole is behind. Klin never thought that Vegeta and Sabo would be followed behind him. Klin was excited. I feel that my strength has improved a lot. Gohan, here I am. I will be at the place we agreed before. Snapped. Klin descended from the sky and landed at the position agreed upon with Gohan. Huh, what about the Gohan people? Go out and look for the Dragon Ball and haven't come back yet. Klin scratched his head. Why haven't you come back after using it for so long? That's weird. It was indeed impossible to sense Gohan's breath. At this time, Son Gohan is holding the Dragon Ball and intends to return. At this moment, Son Gohan inadvertently glanced at the Dragon Ball radar in his hand. These Dragon Balls are very close to each other. Why is there a Dragon Ball here? Son Gohan muttered. I will find this Dragon Ball, Son Gohan said, and flew quickly towards the position of the Dragon Ball hidden by Vegeta. That position is the Dragon Ball collected by Vegeta and Son Goku. Klin had just fallen and hadn't found Son Gohan, because his face changed color. Not good, someone is coming here, snapped. The next moment, I saw Vegeta falling from the sky. Klin's face became difficult to look. This is terrible. I was just happy and didn't feel his breath. Earth people, we meet again. Vegeta smiled. This Dragon Ball in your hand is Kakarot's, right? Ah yes. Klin nodded quickly. Have Kakarot told you that we are now in a cooperative relationship? Vegeta said with a smile. I said that our common enemy is Frieza. Klin responded. That's good, so bring your Dragon Ball. Vegeta nodded satisfied. Klin, Goku, what should I do? Listen, before you give me the Dragon Ball, I still have one important thing to do. Vegeta smiled. I hope you don't run away with the Dragon Ball, otherwise I will tear up the cooperation agreement and kill myself. Drop yours. Klin said nothing. 573, he came. Vegeta smiled. Snapped. At the next moment, Sabo descended from the sky and landed on the opposite side of Vegeta. Just as Sabo just fell, Kakid also quietly poked his head out and looked over here. Does that bald head hold the Dragon Ball? What a wicked one. Is this really the edge of the universe? I can't get in touch with the headquarters in this place. There is no way. Snatch the bald Dragon Ball later. Unexpectedly, that Universe Emperor is so powerful. I have to find a way to contact the deputy team or the captain. If the captain can come here, no, even if the vice team comes, you can easily slap the Universe Emperor. Grab the Dragon Ball first. It's just that the proud team members of my dignified team actually need to grab. Vegeta, you played me so hard. Sabo grinned furiously. Because of you, Lord Frieza doesn't trust me anymore. Vegeta smiled triumphantly. That kid holding the Dragon Ball, aren't you the bald head of planet Shit Kalang? Sabo said coldly. Vegeta, you have a lot of friends. Vegeta turned his head and glanced at Kling. Not to mention, this little bald head is really a bit like a person from the planet Shit Kalang. At first, I really thought that the people from the planet Shigalong came to Namek. It turns out that this idiot regards the people on Earth as the people of the planet Shit Kalang. Vegeta, did you hide all those Dragon Balls? Saboteur smiled. Are you talking about it now? Or let me beat you half to death before talking about it? Try it. Vegeta smiled slightly. I don't know how to live or die. Sabo said, changing his body into a toad face. Klin was taken aback. This guy's breath has improved, but it's not just a little bit. Hey, Sabo rushed towards Vegeta. Vegeta fell to the ground, grabbed a handful of dirt, avoided Sabo's attack, and rushed into the sky. Want to run? There is no door. Sabo followed closely. Vegeta let go, and the earthy wine in her hand fell. Ah, my eyes. Sabo felt his eyes couldn't open anymore. Boom. Vegeta appeared behind Sabo and punched him hard in the back of his heart. Sabo let out a miserable cry, feeling that his whole body was not good. Boom. Vegeta followed up and hit Sabo's head with another heavy punch. Sabo plunged into the lake like a cannonball. Yeah. Vegeta condensed energy in his hands, and the energy bombs attacked downwards desperately. Boom. There was a big explosion in the lake. Klin shivered with fright. This is so special. The energy I have promoted from the Great Elder is not used at all. I'd better drive off quickly. Call out. Klin was about to slip away while holding the Dragon Ball. Don't want to run. Vegeta watched 6 directions, listened to all directions, and sprayed a cloud of energy in his hand, hitting in front of Klin. Klin paled with fright and hurried back. Call out. At this moment, Sabo rushed from the lake. The two clashed in the air for a while, and they fell to the ground by coincidence. Vegeta, you guy, you beat me so badly. Sabo was furious and glared at Vegeta. It's just a preemptive strike. Vegeta smiled. Sabo, you don't have much strength anymore. Now you are not my opponent at all. Ha ha ha. Vegeta, you can really make a joke. Sabo laughed loudly. You said I am not your opponent. Don't forget that my fighting strength is far more than you. Sabo, you really don't know our Saiyan. Vegeta chuckled. You saved me from my dying breath, which is a bit unfair to you. Because each time our Saiyan escapes the doom of death, the combat effectiveness will be greatly improved. Let alone doubled or doubled, at some point, if the opponent you encounter is strong enough. Up to 100 times is also possible. Quote, what? Sabo's face changed color. There is still such a thing. Klin wiped his sweat. No wonder I have been inferior to Goku, this is too bug, right? By the way, Chi Tien won't be so powerful because of this. It's nonsense. It's 100 times. Vegeta, you just blow the cowhide to the sky. Sabo exclaimed. 100 times or something is just that I just talk about it casually, you don't have to be so scared. Vegeta smiled. At least for now, my combat effectiveness has surpassed you. It's impossible. Sabo was furious and hurried towards Vegeta. Boom boom. The two fought fiercely again. Boom. After the battle lasted for several rounds, Vegeta smashed Sabo's armor with a heavy punch, and his fist was deeply embedded in his stomach. Sabo felt extremely painful. Vegeta, I'm just following Frieza's orders, please forgive me. Sabo begged for mercy. It is too late to beg for mercy until now. Vegeta smiled softly. The two of us can definitely defeat Frieza together. Sabo said. Boom. Energy erupted from Vegeta's hand, and huge energy penetrated Sabo's body. Sabo's body drew an arc in the air, landed in the lake behind him, and died. HMPH, no need. Even if I want to unite, I don't need foreigners. Vegeta snorted coldly. Klin, this stuff won't kill me, will it? Just as Klin stared at Vegeta warily. Snapped. A strange-looking beauty appeared beside Klin. Little handsome boy, can you give the Dragon Ball to my sister? Kokot blinked at Klin. After seeing Keket, Klin couldn't help but was stunned. Who is this person? Aliens. Sister will hurt you. Kokot patted Klin's bare head. Klin snapped. In the next moment, Keket snatched the Dragon Ball from Klin's hands. Flash. Kokoti used magic flashes, and appeared thousands of meters away in a flash. Vegeta followed dumbfounded. Who is this woman? Vegeta hurriedly looked into the distance. What? Kokot cast flash magic again, and soon disappeared without a trace. It's her. Vegeta was stunned. I remember this woman has an accomplice. Didn't they go to Frieza? Vegeta turned to look at Klin. Little bald head, I didn't expect you to have such a companion. A murderous intent appeared on Vegeta's face. Vegeta, that guy is not my companion at all. Klin explained quickly, I don't know her. Do you think I would believe it? Vegeta snorted. Really, you have to know that both Goku and I are from the Earth, and we have never been to an outer planet. Look at the appearance of that woman, she doesn't look like an earthly person. Klin explained, furthermore, I have already discussed with Goku to join forces with you, how could I give Dragon Ball to that woman of unknown origin? The problem is, the Dragon Ball was indeed taken away by her. Vegeta said coldly. Vegeta, over there. That woman's breath is over there. Klin said to Vegeta, her breath is weird, but fortunately I can sense her position. Vegeta was taken aback for a moment. Yes, I also feel the position of that woman. Maybe as the bald said, this woman is not theirs. Vegeta flew up and chased him quickly in the direction of Kokoti. After several flashes of Kokot, he was hiding somewhere deep in the mountains, panting heavily. Continuous battles and continuous use of flashes have reduced the energy of Koko to the extreme. The current Koko's strength has fallen sharply. After all, before this, Keket also fought Frieza. Call out. Vegeta quickly caught up with Kokot and looked at her condescendingly. Kokot seemed to realize something too, and looked up at Vegeta. That woman, did you let me kill you? Or just hand over the Dragon Ball obediently? Vegeta smiled and looked at Keket. How did you find me? Kokot's face changed color. Snapped. Vegeta descended from the sky and landed on the opposite side of Kokoti. Bring here the Dragon Ball. Vegeta reached out his hand. Koko cannot do it. My physical strength has dropped drastically, and my strength has been greatly reduced. I am afraid that I am not the opponent of this guy. I can give you a Dragon Ball, do you have a communicator? Kokoti asked. I'm sorry, the communicator has been destroyed by me. Vegeta said faintly, if you want to find the communicator, you can try your luck in Frieza's universe spacecraft. Frieza, that idiot, Casella was killed by him. Kokot clenched his fists, his face full of anger. Did your companion be killed by Frieza? Vegeta smiled, unexpectedly, you really challenged him. It's really courageous. For your sake of challenging Frieza, I won't be embarrassed by you. Go, Dragon Ball, I took it. With that, Vegeta picked up the Dragon Ball and flew high into the sky. Coco, where is the communicator in Frieza's universe spacecraft? I have to go over and take a look. My communicator may be broken. I use Frieza's communicator, maybe I can get in touch with the captain and the others. Well, that's it. Kokot quietly fumbled in the direction of the Frieza universe spacecraft. Son Gohan hugged 2 Dragon Balls and flew towards the position agreed with Klin before. Someone is coming ahead. Very strong breath. I hide first. Call out. Son Gohan quickly landed on the ground with 2 Dragon Balls, hiding his breath. Vegeta was stunned. A strong breath suddenly disappeared in front of him. It's completely gone. Who is it? This guy must be nearby. Son Gohan hid underneath, and he didn't dare to catch his breath. Who? Come out quickly, I know you are hiding here. Vegeta shouted, if you don't come out again, I will raze this area to the ground. Son Gohan, this is terrible, it was discovered. Okay, I'm not playing around. Vegeta said, condensing energy in his hand. Son Gohan gritted his teeth. Didn't Vegeta team up with Dad? Where's Dad? I hide the Dragon Ball first. Wait a minute, it's me. Son Gohan called out quickly and showed up. Oh, it's you. Vegeta was stunned and looked at Son Gohan. You are Kakarot's son. I didn't expect we will meet here. I heard Kakarot say that you are also coming to Namek, so you will appear and it's no surprise here. Hey, that is. Son Gohan looked at the Dragon Ball in Vegeta's hands. This is a gift from your bald boy. Vegeta smiled slightly. You killed Uncle Klin. Son Gohan was shocked. If you want that, I can go back and kill him now. Vegeta smiled. Son Gohan breathed a sigh of relief. There was a short silence. Where is my father? Son Gohan asked. Kakarot said he was going to find a bald head to get the Dragon Ball, and then he lost contact. Vegeta said lightly, the ghost knows where he went. Son Gohan did not answer. What are you wandering around here? Did you find the other 2 Dragon Balls? Vegeta asked with a smile. No, I'm looking for it. Son Gohan responded quickly. What are you holding in your hand? Vegeta looked at the Dragon Ball radar in Son Gohan's hand. This is this watch. Son Gohan replied immediately. Watch. Is it possible to set foot on this planet with the technological level of making such a stupid watch? Vegeta chuckled. Son Gohan. No, I remember. Kakarot said that you and the bald head have a Dragon Ball radar that can detect the exact position of the Dragon Ball. Vegeta smiled and looked at Son Gohan, this in your hand. The thing is Dragon Ball radar. Boy, are you deceiving me? This Son Gohan is speechless. Snapped. Vegeta waved his hand and snatched the Dragon Ball radar in Son Gohan's hand. You give it back to me. Son Gohan was shocked. How do you use this shit? Vegeta pressed the button on the Dragon Ball radar. Soon, 7 shining dots appeared on the Dragon Ball radar screen. These 7 shining dots correspond to the position of Dragon Ball. There are 4 spots of light gathered over there. 3 spots of light gathered together in the center, but there are just 7 Dragon Balls. Vegeta groaned. Son Gohan's heart was pounding. Oops, found out by this guy. Vegeta lowered his head and glanced at the Dragon Ball in his hand. Why does the Dragon Ball radar show that there are 3 points of light gathered together? I see, there are 2 Dragon Balls hidden by you nearby, right? Vegeta chuckled lightly. Boy, you are really smart. Boom. Vegeta hit Son Gohan's body heavily with a knee. Son Gohan felt that his whole person was not good at the time and fell on the ground. Vegeta took 2 steps forward and saw the 2 Dragon Balls hidden below. Sure enough, there are 2 Dragon Balls here. Vegeta was surprised and delighted. God helps me too. That said, I have already collected all 7 Dragon Balls. Very good. My luck is simply overwhelming. Boy, you are really my lucky star. I have already collected all of the Dragon Balls. Vegeta laughed, and picked up the 2 Dragon Balls, and quickly left the scene holding the Dragon Ball radar. Vegeta takes the speed to the extreme. Wow, now I have all the Dragon Balls together. I, Vegeta, finally realize my wish of immortality. Frieza, you wait for me. I will beat you all over the floor looking for teeth. And Chi Tien, one day I will surpass you. Call out. Looking at the direction in which Vegeta disappeared, Son Gohan rubbed his fist tightly. Then, Son Gohan scratched his head. It's not right. Dad told me in the universe spacecraft that with my current strength, I might not lose to Vegeta. It's bad. I was shocked by his aura just now. No, I have to go get the Dragon Ball back. Son Gohan hesitated for a moment, and was about to catch up to get back to the Dragon Ball. However, Son Gohan's age is still too young after all, and he feels a little timid in his heart. Son Gohan hesitated and decided to discuss it with Uncle Klin first. Also, I don't know where Dad is going at this time. Call out. Vegeta quickly flew towards the direction where the 4 Dragon Balls were stored. Before long, Vegeta descended from the sky with 3 Dragon Balls. Vegeta put these 3 Dragon Balls on the ground and mixed them with the previous 4 Dragon Balls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right, a total of 7 Dragon Balls. My Vegeta got them all together. Wow, the time to decide fate has finally arrived. Now, I am going to be immortal. Dragon Ball, please grant me the immortality of Vegeta. Vegeta said loudly to the 7 Dragon Balls. However, there is no use for eggs. Vegeta's smile gradually solidified. What's happening here? Why is Dragon Ball not responding? This shouldn't be. At this time, Son Gohan quickly reunited with Klin, and said that the Dragon Ball had been taken away. What? Did you find 2 Dragon Balls? Then they were served by Vegeta. Klin said silently. I'm sorry, Uncle Klin. Son Gohan apologized quickly. Gohan, I don't have to apologize for my Dragon Ball. He also snatched it. Klin sighed. That means there are 4 Dragon Balls in Frieza, and Vegeta has 3 Dragon Balls in hand. We have been busy for more than a month. It's all making wedding dresses for others. What to do, Uncle Klin? Son Gohan was crying without tears. Fortunately, the 4 Dragon Balls are in Frieza's hands, so Vegeta can't collect the 7 Dragon Balls, so he won't be able to realize his wish. Klin muttered. No, when Uncle Klin Vegeta was leaving, I heard him say that he had gathered all the Dragon Balls. Didn't know if it was real or fake. Son Gohan lowered his head and said, furthermore, he took us. The Dragon Ball radar was also snatched away. What did you say? Did you say that Vegeta has gathered all the Dragon Balls? How did he snatch those 4 Dragon Balls from Frieza? Klin said silently. Son Gohan shook his head. I do not know either. So Vegeta is about to fulfill his wish. Klin felt that the whole person was not good, and subconsciously looked up at the sky. Uncle Klin, why are you looking up at the heavens? Son Gohan asked. By the way, Shenron. Klin suddenly thought of something, his eyes lit up slightly. What do you mean? Son Gohan asked puzzledly. Either Gohan, Vegeta, or Frieza, they only know that they can achieve their wish by collecting 7 Dragon Balls, but they don't know that they need to summon Shenron. Klin grinned. Huh, we didn't seem to say anything about Shenron. Son Gohan nodded vigorously. Yes, no one has ever told them about Shenron. Klin smiled and said, if Vegeta really collects the Dragon Ball, he should be able to summon Shenron at this time, but the sky is still the same. It's still bright, it hasn't turned into night. Yeah, great. Son Gohan also jumped up excitedly. Gohan, we still have a chance. Klin said happily. Yes, Son Gohan replied. Gohan, we are not Vegeta's opponents at all now. Klin groaned. I will take you to see the Elder of Namek immediately, and then tell Goku about this. Let Goku take the Dragon Ball back, and we can achieve it. Wish. It should be easier to snatch the Dragon Ball from Vegeta than from Frieza. Yes, Son Gohan nodded. By the way, Gohan, now we two hide our breath immediately. Klin suggested, if Vegeta can't realize his wish, he will definitely find us to find a way. Understood, Son Gohan replied. The two immediately hid their breath, and slowly walked towards the direction of the Great Elder. Vegeta, what's the situation? Why is there no change in my body? Are these Dragon Balls fake? Wrong. Dragon Ball should be real. Is the way I made my wish wrong? Or is it necessary to place the Dragon Ball in a special place in Namek? Or, what mantra do you need to chant to realize your wish? Hateful. What a mistake. No wonder Little Bald and Kakarot's son gave me the Dragon Ball so readily. They must know that even if I gather the Dragon Ball, I can't realize my wish. These two fools. You dare to ask me. I can't spare you. These two idiots. They have hidden their breath. Vegeta glanced at the 7 Dragon Balls lying on the ground. I am not sure if they have a spare Dragon Ball radar on hand. If anything, they will steal my Dragon Ball while I am looking for them. However, as long as I hold a Dragon Ball, nothing will happen. Thinking of this, Vegeta hugged one of the Dragon Balls and flew away in the direction where Krillin and Son Gohan were before. Nobody. These two idiots. They really ran away. They know that I can't fulfill my wish. Correct. I can go to Kakarot and ask how to realize my wish. That guy should be more foolish. Kakarot, I'm going to find you now. However, after Vegeta let go of sensing a little, he found that he could not sense Kakarot's breath. What? Even the fool Kakarot hides his breath. Vegeta trembled with anger. You liars. You also formed a group to lie to me. Hateful. My Vegeta will never spare you. Vegeta thought about it again. Yeah, why should I look for Kakarot? I found a Namek person and asked me how to make a wish. Vegeta once again let go of her senses, looking for the surviving Namek people on the planet. However, Vegeta couldn't find the breath of Namek people no matter how hard he tried. How is this going? Are all Namek killed by the guy Frieza? Krillin and Son Gohan are also slowly advancing. Gohan, did you say that the Namek people have a special place to shield their breath? Krillin looked at Son Gohan in surprise. Yes, Uncle Krillin, they are in a mountain over there. It is said that that mountain has a special magnetic field, which can hide their breath. Maybe they can't be known through the detector. Son Gohan nodded. Great, finally the Namek people have not been exterminated, otherwise we would have sinned too badly. Krillin breathed a sigh of relief. The residence of the Great Elder. Son Goku took a deep breath and opened his eyes. Elder, did you say that what I just released was supernatural power? Son Goku asked the Elder. Yes, this is a special kind of energy. The Elder nodded gently. It's amazing. I feel that although this energy is very small, it has the power to destroy the world. Son Goku nodded excitedly. I don't know if I can defeat Frieza with this magical power. Grand Elder, this guy is a militant. Are you so eager to fight Frieza? Thank you so much, Grand Elder. Son Goku thanked him. I will continue to practice and improve my divine power. Yeah, the Elder nodded. Son Goku left the room and ran to the side to practice divine power. In desperation, Vegeta sat on the Dragon Ball and silently sensed the breath on Namek. Cocotte cautiously approached Frieza's Universe spaceship. Frieza stood alone near the Universe spacecraft. So boring. What a pain. I had known that the Kinuite team would have been notified earlier. It's better now. Sabo didn't contact either. Has it been wiped out by the guy Vegeta? Cocotte flashed into the Universe spaceship. Soon, Cocotte found communication equipment in the Universe spacecraft. Cocotte immediately took the communication equipment and planned to get in touch with the Pride team. However, no matter how hard Cocotte tried, he still couldn't get in touch with the Pride team. It's hell, this ghost place. Isn't it covered by the signal of our Pride team? Cocotte was a big head. How can this be good? There is no way to contact the Pride team. I can't beat the guy named Frieza again. What am I doing? I want to go home. Cocotte wiped a tear, and after a few flashes, he moved away from the Universe spaceship. Frieza glanced in the direction where Cocotte had disappeared. Was that the woman from Team Pride just now? Forget it, leave her alone. Without a detector, I may not be able to find her. I'll wait patiently for the Kinuite team to bring the detector over. In this way, one day passed quickly. 11th Universe. A certain planet. Today is the day when Chi Tien challenged gods of destruction Toppo. At this moment, the two stood opposite each other. Supreme Kai, let me ask again, are you really sure you want to challenge me? Toppo's face was full of confidence. Do you think I am joking? Chi Tien smiled. I can tell you in advance, I won't let the water go easily, even if you are the Supreme Kai. Toppo smiled. Well, I also hope you can go all out. Qi Tian nodded. I also want to confirm my own strength. Well, I won't be polite with you. Toppo smiled. Then we don't need to set up any arena or anything, just use this land as a battlefield until one party concedes defeat. Okay. Qi Tian did not object. In addition to Toppo, there were a few members of the Pride team. Are you ready? Toppo asked with a smile. If we are ready, we can start. Qi Tian nodded lightly, ready to fight. Call out. Just as Qi Tian was preparing to fight Toppo, a light and shadow quickly arrived on the scene. It is Dispo. Dispo waited at the entrance of the hotel on Pride Planet until the flowers died. Dispo couldn't bear it and then contacted the hotel staff and asked about the condition of the room. The service staff was a little confused and told Dispo that the room was not occupied. No one came to check in either. Dispo quickly asked them to go to the room to take a look. As a result, there was no one in the room. This is so special. People, Dispo is a bit monk. Was it teleported away by the Nympho of Cocody? While Dispo was looking around for the whereabouts of Qi Tian, he heard that on this planet, someone planned to challenge Toppo, the captain of the Pride team. Dispo was energetic at the time. Who is this? Who is full? Dare to challenge our captain? Toppo is the gods of destruction in the future. Who gave you the courage? Dispo also took the Universe spacecraft immediately, and it took a day to arrive on this planet. Fortunately, I finally caught up. However, when Dispo came to the scene, O found that the person who challenged Toppo was familiar. Isn't this the treatment? Why did this guy get here? Who shall I be? So you are here. Dispo looked at Qi Tian. Dispo, why are you here? Toppo asked. Toppo, when we were on the mission, he gave us treatment. Dispo told Toppo what happened at the time. Is there anything like this? Toppo nodded slightly, thank you. But as far as I know, Supreme Kai doesn't know how to heal, only the followers of Supreme Kai. What? Supreme Kai? Dispo was stunned, and asked a little surprised. Don't you know? He is a retired Supreme Kai. He should be the previous Supreme Kai of Lord Kai. Toppo explained to Dispo. No wonder. Dispo suddenly realized. Supreme Kai does not know how to use healing techniques. My healing techniques are taught by myself. You don't have to care about these. Qi Tian smiled. So, you are so versatile. Toppo smiled slightly. Hey, where did you take Kokot and Castelar? Dispo asked quickly. Defeat me, I will tell you their whereabouts. Qi Tian greeted with a smile. Ha, do you think you are Supreme Kai? Am I afraid of you? Dispo laughed. My strength has already surpassed Supreme Kai. You two go on together. Qi Tian beckoned to the two. Joke, I'm just dealing with a retired Supreme Kai of you. Do you still use the team leader, Li Jiao Jiao, to take the shot himself? Dispo chuckled. Toppo, I'll deal with him. Alright, Toppo nodded without objection. I am an alternate gods of destruction. Even if I defeated this Supreme Kai, there is nothing to be proud of. Let Dispo go and clean him up. I have no interest in you at first. Then, let me experience the Supreme Kai's strength. Dispo stepped forward. Come on, deputy team. Dispo, beat him. Many players are cheering for Dispo. Then, Lord Supreme Kai, we can start. Dispo smiled. The rules are very simple. If you surrender, you can lose, right? Yes. Qi Tian nodded. The game has started. Toppo shouted. Master Supreme Kai, I want you to see my super speed. Dispo laughed wildly. My speed has reached the speed of light, I can beat you in an instant. Call out. As Dispo said, the whole person suddenly disappeared. It's super fast. Ha 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 ha, Lord Supreme Kai, can you see me? Dispo's voice rang near Qi Tian. I'm afraid you can't catch me with your eyes. Here, Qi Tian said, slammed a fist in the past. Boom. Qi Tian hit Dispo in the nose with a fist. Dispo stumbled backwards and sat down on the ground. Dispo rubbed the hit nose and suddenly found that the nosebleed was already flowing out. The rest of the team members who cheered for Dispo were all dumbfounded after seeing this scene. Toppo frowned even more. Was that a coincidence just now? Or is he already seeing Dispo? What? Dispo was stunned. You have nothing great, except for a little faster speed, it's the same. Qi Tian said lightly. It must be a coincidence. Gang-O must be a coincidence. At my speed, you will never be able to capture my figure. Dispo screamed. Really? Qi Tian smiled lightly. What? At the next moment, Qi Tian also disappeared in the same place immediately. I have always been very confident in speed. Qi Tian's voice rang behind Dispo. Dispo was shocked and turned his head mechanically. Snapped. Qi Tian grabbed Dispo's head and slammed forward. Boom. Dispo's head came into close contact with the earth, and he ate a big mouthful of dirt. Shit. Immediately afterwards, Qi Tian just pressed Dispo's head and rubbed on this land. Call out. Qi Tian threw it away, and threw Dispo into the distance like trash. Okay Topo, that guy is too weak, we too can start now. Qi Tian smiled, and smiled at Topo. The audience was silent. There was a short silence. I underestimated you. Topo's expression became serious. This guy is so powerful. I didn't expect it. This is the first time I have seen such a powerful Supreme Kai. If I knew he was so powerful, I should have asked Kai about information about him. Do not care. Although he is strong, I am a replacement for Gods of Destruction and I will not lose to him. Come on. Topo was ready to fight. Call out. Qi Tian turned into a light blue flame and came quickly toward Topo. Boom. Topo looked at Qi Tian who was attacking, and punched him violently. Qi Tian avoided Topo's attack and immediately counterattacked. Boom. The two quickly fought from the ground to the air, and engaged in a fierce confrontation. For a time, Qi Tian and Topo were on the same level. The players were dumbfounded. Is this retired Supreme Kai Master so powerful? But if you think about it, this product can easily defeat the Deputy Captain Dispo, and the strength of the captain is also normal. Vice Team, are you okay? The team members stepped forward to help Dispo up. This guy. Dispo gave his teeth in pain. However, when Dispo saw that Qi Tian and Topo were evenly matched, the lack of thought in his heart gradually subsided. Boom. Above the high altitude, Qi Tian slammed Topo's body with a fierce punch. Topo's body fell like a cannonball. Boom. Topo's body slammed on the ground, and the whole planet shook violently. Call out. Immediately afterwards, Topo soared into the sky, hitting Qi Tian's chest with a heavy punch. Qi Tian's body trembled with light blue light. Boom. Qi Tian's knee hits Topo's abdomen. Topo spouted a mouthful of sour water at that time, and backhand waved his palm towards Qi Tian. AHFD. Qi Tian disappeared in the same place. In the blink of an eye, Qi Tian appeared behind Topo. Topo's expression was calm, as if he had sensed the powerful aura of Qi Tian. Boom. Topo kicked out behind him. Qi Tian raised his arm gently, blocking Topo's big foot, and caught him in his foot class. Call out. Immediately afterwards, Qi Tian took Topo's body and threw it down. Boom. Qi Tian smashed Topo heavily on the ground. Puff. Topo spurted blood in his mouth, feeling that he was not very well. The members of the Pride team were all stunned. Are you still hitting? Topo. Qi Tian smiled, did not continue to attack, but looked at Topo with a smile. Topo got up from the ground with a look of wolf fox, and vomited a mouthful of blood. Unexpectedly, our universe still has such a powerful Supreme Kai. Topo smiled lightly, it gave me a lot of insight. I am not the Supreme Kai of your universe. Qi Tian smiled. Topo's smile gradually solidified. Which universe are you from? Topo stammered. I come from the 7th universe. Qi Tian smiled slightly. Topo. Me. I say it. I said that humans like him are relatively rare. It turns out that it's not our 11th universe. Shameless. You, the retired Supreme Kai of the 7th universe, actually ran to our 11th universe to challenge my replacement Gods of Destruction. Are you bullying our 11th universe? HMPH, I finally figured out your identity. Topo let out a sneer. What, is this guy from the 7th universe? Dispo also reacted suddenly. The retired Supreme Kai of the 7th universe. Run to our 11th universe, is this here to kick the gym? The team member said with a black face. It's too crazy. Several players present were filled with indignation. I originally thought that Qi Tian was the Supreme Kai of the 11th universe. It turned out to be good. This product actually comes from the 7th universe. You have completely irritated me, Supreme Kai of the 7th universe. Topo said with a cold face. Now you can move the real thing. Qi Tian smiled. Oh, do you know that I still hide my strength? Topo was stunned, looking at Qi Tian and asked. Of course, don't you still have gods of destruction form useless? Qi Tian smiled. It seems that before you came to our 11th universe, you also had an in-depth investigation of me. Toppo laughed. In that case, then I will let you see my true strength. Snapped. After Toppo said this, a purple-red flame appeared on his body. Gods of destruction form. Looking at Qi Tian again, he still keeps the original appearance. There is not much change. I'm just a bunch of energy. What changes do you want? Call out. Toppo increased the speed to the extreme, and attacked in Qi Tian's direction. Qi Tian turned a little sideways and avoided Toppo's attack. Boom! Qi Tian slapped Toppo's face with a backhand. Don't worry about so much, you can use destructive skills on me. Qi Tian grinned. That's what you said. Don't blame me for being broken into scum. Toppo snorted coldly, and destruction energy emerged in his hands. Destroy. Immediately afterwards, Toppo's Gods of Destruction technique exploded, and a purple-red energy rushed towards Qi Tian. Boom! Looking at the destructive energy coming quickly, Qi Tian did not resist, and dodged to the side, avoiding the opponent's attack. Snapped! The destructive energy hit a building behind Qi Tian. Suddenly, the building was like soap bubbles, turning into scum. It's very dangerous. If you are hit, I'm afraid you will get hurt. Qi Tian turned his head and glanced at the building behind him. Injured, you will be destroyed on the spot. Toppo snorted. I am an immortal body, I can't die, you can rest assured. Qi Tian smiled slightly. Really? Then I don't have anything to be polite. Toppo raised the energy again, and hurried away toward Qi Tian. Boom boom. The two fought fiercely again. Vermut Planet. With the scepter in her hand, Makerita is watching the battle at the scene through the crystal ball on the scepter. Makerita is a pity. When was the 7th universe born such a powerful Supreme Kai? Also, why is such a powerful Supreme Kai retiring again? So confused. Makerita, what's wrong? Did something happen? Vermut asked after taking a look at Makerita. Oh, Lord Vermut, Toppo is being beaten by someone. Makerita sighed. What are you talking about? Toppo is being beaten. Is it Jiren? Vermut was stunned, and couldn't help asking, isn't the relationship between the two of them always good? Are they talking about it, or is it because of something? Things are getting unpleasant. In Vermut's cognition, there are not many people who can play Toppo in the 11th universe except Jiren. It's not Jiren, it's a Supreme Kai from the 7th universe. Makerita replied. What? I heard you right. Supreme Kai of the 7th universe. Vermut pricked his ears. You don't mean to say that it was the guy Beerus who came to hang Toppo? You heard it right, it's Supreme Kai, the retired Supreme Kai. Makerita said. Wait a minute, let me give the general a stroke. Vermut felt that the whole person was not very good. Supreme Kai, the 7th universe's retired Supreme Kai. What the hell? A Supreme Kai ran over and beat my replacement Gods of Destruction. Do not make jokes. Makerita, this joke is not funny at all. Vermut shook his head in disbelief. I believe in you, big head. You said Beerus came here to hang Toppo, I believe that. But you said that a retired Supreme Kai came to hang Toppo. This is so nonsense. Even if it is the real Supreme Kai, it is impossible to beat Toppo. I really didn't lie to you, you are optimistic. Makerita sighed slightly, and the crystal ball on the scepter in her hand flickered, projecting an image. The picture in the video is exactly the situation of Qi Tian and Toppo fighting. This person is indeed more common in the 7th universe. Vermut frowned. Did you say he is the retired Supreme Kai? Yes, at least that's what he said himself. Makerita nodded slightly. Are you kidding? When did the 7th universe give birth to such a powerful Supreme Kai? Vermut was surprised. Toppo is going to lose. Makerita groaned. Toppo has released the Gods of Destruction form, is not that guy's opponent. Vermut's eyes widened, showing a look of shock. Yes, Makerita nodded. Depending on the situation, it would be great if Toppo can hold on for at most 10 minutes. Vermut groaned. Yeah, Makerita nodded slightly. Supreme Kai from the 7th universe went to our 11th universe to be presumptuous. Vermut clenched his fists in anger. It must be the guy Beerus who instigated it. This fool. It's okay to run to our 11th universe. Act wildly. Toppo is not an opponent at all, and was almost crushed and beaten by the opponent. Makerita said. Where are they? Let's go right there, Vermut shouted. They are located far away from our place. If they fly over, it will take about half an hour to live. Makarita said, I am afraid that the Supreme Kai of the 7th universe has already left after we pass. What do you do then? They are here to kick the hull. Vermut was angrily rolled his eyes. Beerus, you shameless man. By the way, Jiren. Isn't Jiren nearby? Vermut suddenly thought of something and said to Makarita. Yes. Makarita nodded. Let Jiren go over and clean him up right away. Vermut said, Jiren is just an ordinary human at the moment. If I give this Supreme Kai a slap, it's a slap in the face. Okay, I will contact Jiren now. Makarita did not object. Soon, Makarita got in touch with Jiren through the scepter. Hello Jiren, this is Makarita. Makarita said. What's the matter? Jiren asked calmly. Let Vermut-sama tell you. Makarita said. Vermut. Did you say it's different? Okay, let me just say it. On the planet Solar, a Supreme Kai who has retired from the 7th universe is bullying and replacing gods of destruction. Toppo, please go over and help. Vermut told Jiren. They're just competing for a competition, right? Jiren responded quickly and asked. What do you mean? Vermut was taken aback. If Toppo is not life-threatening, the past has no meaning. Jiren said lightly. Jiren, you have to make it clear to me, this is related to the glory of our universe. Vermut said angrily with a black face. I pursue absolute justice. Since this Supreme Kai is not an evil god, it has nothing to do with me. Jiren didn't enter. Vermut, that's it, I'm practicing. Jiren said. Jiren, Toppo is the captain of your proud team. If he loses to the Supreme Kai of another universe like this, it will have a bad effect on your entire team. Do you know the seriousness of this problem? Vermut had a black face. Shouted to Jiren. The Pride team has been almost invincible these years, with very few losses. I think it's time for them to taste the taste of failure. Jiren said lightly. Vermut was so angry that his nostrils were about to smoke. Are you in our 11th universe? It's so hateful. If it weren't for being far away, do you think I would call you? That's it. Vermut hung up angrily. Master Vermut, don't be angry, Jiren is such a character. Makarita sighed. Since Jaiching died, his life has changed a lot. What he pursues is absolute justice, although his personality is a bit extreme. Quote. You knew he wouldn't agree, so you didn't talk to him, did you? Vermut snorted. Spit, nothing. Makarita smiled playfully. Immediately contact Toppo and them secretly, so that they must hold the Supreme Kai. I want to go there in person. Vermut screamed at the Makarita. Okay. Makarita nodded. Immediately afterwards, Makarita immediately got in touch with Toppo through the scepter. Toppo, Master Vermut already knows what happened on your side. Makarita said, don't talk, listen to me and analyze it. I'm afraid you are not the opponent of the 7th universe Supreme Kai, so you keep going, don't fight with him. After Master Vermut passes, I will support you again. Toppo nodded slightly, expressing his understanding. It takes at least 30 minutes for Master Vermut to arrive at the scene. You have to hold on. Makarita said. Toppo, 30 minutes, is this too long? Come on, Makarita said to Toppo. Toppo had to bite the bullet and continue fighting. Let's go, Makarita. Vermut greeted Makarita. Okay, Lord Vermut. Makarita nodded. Shoo. The two turned into two bright flames like diamonds, and flew quickly in the direction of the planet Solar. Solar planet. The battle between Qi Tian and Toppo continues. Boom. Qi Tian flew a kick and kicked Toppo in the air several somersaults. What? Qi Tian cautiously appeared directly above the sky where Toppo was, and under his foot again. Boom. Toppo's body was like a cannonball, which hit the ground heavily, leaving a large meteorite crater. Toppo, stand up, how did I find that you were absent? Qi Tian smiled slightly and looked at Toppo condescendingly. Toppo gritted his teeth and got up from the ground. Are you looking for foreign aid? Qi Tian asked with a smile, is it Jiren? Or gods of destruction Vermut? Toppo was silent. This guy is so smart. He actually knew. I have something to say first. With my current strength, I am afraid that I am not an opponent of Vermut or Jiren. I still have this self-knowledge. Qi Tian smiled and said to Toppo. Toppo, this guy, I don't know how to pick it up if you say that. Is Jiren very close to here? You can fly over in less than 10 minutes. Qi Tian continued, however, I can sense that Jiren's breath has not moved, and it seems that there is no intention to come. Topo remained silent. Then there is only one truth, that is, I am afraid that Vermut will come and support you, right? Qi Tian said with a smile. Not bad. Topo knew that there was no need to hide it anymore. You are very honest. Qi Tian nodded. You tell Vermut, now this I am not his opponent, if he comes, I will immediately flash people through instant transmission. Topo. This guy is so cunning. Okay, I will contact Master Vermut. Topo gritted his teeth and immediately contacted Vermut. Vermut, who was coming here quickly, slowed down after receiving Topo's message. What are you talking about? Does he know I'm going over? Vermut gritted his teeth. Yes, he guessed it. Topo replied, if you come, he will immediately leave via instant transmission. This idiot. Vermut had a toothache with anger. Shameless. You beat my man. Then you strayed. You tell him that if he can run, the monk can't run to the temple. If he dares to escape, I will go to the 7th universe to find him. Vermut shouted. This is good, I understand. Topo nodded. Just say that. Vermut snorted. Yes. Topo responded. How do you say? Qi Tian looked at Topo with interest. Master Vermut said that if you run away, he will go to the 7th universe to find you. Topo explained. Master Vermut is familiar with the Supreme Kai world of the 7th universe. Are you threatening me? Qi Tian squinted at Topo. No, Vermut-sama just wants to have a good chat with you, so I hope this Supreme Kai-sama will not leave. Topo smiled slightly. After Dispo and others heard Topo's words, they were all a little surprised. Have you heard? I'm afraid Master Vermut will come here in person. Does this matter even Sir Vermut alarmed? Dispo was stunned. There is a good show here. Supreme Kai from the 7th universe ran over to bully our captain. Lord Vermut will definitely not forgive him easily. Some team members said. By the way, I remember now, the two guys Kokot and Castler will not be transferred to the 7th universe. Dispo's mind flashed, and said in a deep voice. What? There is such a thing. If it is really like that, it would be too shameless. The other team member said solemnly. Hey, you seem to be a bit difficult to ride a tiger, this Lord Supreme Kai. Topo looked at Qi Tian and said. Well, I can't beat him, it is indeed a bit troublesome. Qi Tian said in deep thought. So, it is better for you to be more cautious after this kind of cross-universe challenge. Topo smiled slightly. Anyway, I am also the alternate gods of destruction for this universe. If you are the Supreme Kai of our universe, of course challenge me. No problem. But the key problem is that you are the Supreme Kai of another universe, which is related to the face of our universe. What? Just when Topo finished speaking, Qi Tian's figure flickered and suddenly appeared directly opposite Topo. Snapped. Qi Tian dug up Topo's head and slammed it heavily on the ground. Boom. Earth fission. Topo felt dizzy. It's related to the face of your universe, right? Qi Tian was all amused, just pressing Topo's head, sliding fast on the ground. Suddenly, a deep horizontal ditch appeared on the earth. Not long after, Qi Tian just pressed Top's head and turned around the planet. Boom. Qi Tian rubbed Topo's ankle again, beating back and forth and left and right. When I looked again, Topo was silent. Hey, wake up, are you not dead? Qi Tian raised Topo's body high, and slapped his mouth with a slap. Crack. A lot of Topo's teeth fell out, and his mouth was full of blood. It's so enjoyable. Qi Tian grinned, throwing Topo up a height like throwing garbage. Boom. Topo fell to the ground and was dying. Dispo and others were frightened. This guy is terrible. Topo is not his opponent at all. This is troublesome. Master Vermut, let alone say, it will take more than 20 minutes to come to the scene. If you don't want him to die, just give him treatment as soon as possible. Qi Tian greeted Dispo and the others. After the voice fell, a little therapist flew over cautiously, and the healing light in his hand continued to bloom, covering Topo's body. Topo's life was saved. What? Qi Tian didn't have any unnecessary nonsense, his figure shook, and disappeared through instant transmission. What about people? The team members quickly searched for Qi Tian's figure. No need to look, he must have left through instant transmission. Dispo said with a cold face, hurry up and continue to treat the captain. We are here waiting for Master Vermut to come. Yes, the therapist continues to release therapies on Topo. I'm really sorry, there is a big gap between my level and Coco specific. I can't make the captain heal, I can only relieve him a little bit of pain. The therapist looked apologetic. After treatment, Topo has a little consciousness. Topo opened his eyes and saw Dispo and a few players who looked worried. What about others? Topo asked. Run. He must have heard that Lord Vermut was coming to scare him away, and return to their universe via instant transmission. Dispo said, Captain, are you okay? It's okay, I can't die. Topo said solemnly, this fool, it's really ruthless to start. Captain, did the 7th universe have a holiday with our Pride team? Dispo asked a little puzzled. I don't know, maybe not. Topo shook his head. By the way, how long have I been in a coma? It didn't take long. I was in a coma for 5 minutes at most. Our elite therapists are not here. Hold on and I will send you back to Pride Planet. Dispo said. Don't worry, how long will Master Vermut get here? Topo asked. There should be 10 minutes left. Dispo replied. Wait for him. Topo gritted his teeth and staggered to his feet under Dispo's change of support. At the same time, Vermut and Makerita are on their way. What? At this moment, Chi Tien appeared directly opposite the two people through instant transmission, blocking their way. Chi Tien stretched out his arms and aimed at the direction of Makerita. Makerita, what's the situation? Are you going to be a hooligan? Makerita hurriedly stopped, staring at Chi Tien uncontrollably. This kid, do you even dare to molest Angel? Vermut also had a dark face, glaring at Chi Tien. I really couldn't think of it, you actually delivered it to the door yourself. Vermut said coldly, the Supreme Kai of the 7th universe, do you know you? However, before Vermut had finished speaking, Chi Tien looked at Makerita directly and said to her, Makerita, this is my meeting gift for you. With that, Chi Tien gave Makerita a cup of milk tea. What? Makerita was taken aback for a while, and took the milk tea. Milk tea, Chi Tien said with a smile. What is it? Makerita had never heard of this kind of drink, and shook the cup gently. Drink. Yes, it is very popular in the god realm of our 7th universe and 6th universe. Chi Tien smiled and said, try it. Really? Makerita took a gentle sip. Immediately afterwards, Makerita's eyes lit up and her face was full of surprises. This thing is really delicious. Milk tea. I've heard of this drink for the first time. The taste is okay. Chi Tien grinned. Right, it's delicious. Makerita nodded, telling the truth. Vermut, I have no sense of existence anymore. Makerita, come to our universe to play when you have time. I have prepared a lot of delicious food for you. Chi Tien said to Makerita. Oh, Makerita was taken aback for a moment, a little confused about what Chi Tien wanted to do. Then, goodbye. Chi Tien waved at Makerita. Boy, what do you mean? Do you think you can run? Vermut said coldly. Do you really think I don't exist anymore? This kid hasn't looked at me since he came here. It's so hateful. You bullied gods of destruction, our alternate in the universe, and came to tease Makerita again. Do you really think that our 11th universe has no one? Beerus let you. Hey, let me join in, don't you go. Vermut felt that he was not well. Vermut had only spoken for a half, and I saw Chi Tien had disappeared through teleportation. Vermut was furious, destructive energy surged in his hands, and he grabbed it in the direction of the void. Suddenly, the void was twisted and deformed. Shit. In the void, the arc kept jumping. Chi Tien, who had just left through instant transmission, felt a powerful destructive energy tracking towards him. It is indeed gods of destruction. I teleported away, and the energy of this cargo can still be tracked. But this is nothing. Snapped. Chi Tien readily caught the destructive energy coming from the attack, and squeezed it forcefully. It didn't take long before this group of destructive energy was compressed by Chi Tien. Chi Tien absorbed the destructive energy into the body. Suddenly, Chi Tien's strength improved a little bit. With such a little destructive energy, the strength Chi Tien can improve is really too little. Chi Tien knew that Vermut didn't really want to destroy himself. No matter what, my identity is here. This guy just wants to hurt me badly. But what he might not know is that I only exist in the form of a mass of energy. Even if you break me into a scum, I will soon condense another cloud of energy again. What? Qi Tian passed instant transmission and returned to the 7th universe in a flash. HMPH, do you think you ran through instant transmission, so I can do nothing about you? Vermut smiled lightly. That's enough for you just now, at least it will make you seriously injured. Let you run to our universe to find something. Makarika dragged her chin in silence. Vermut glanced at Makarita. Makarita, what's wrong with you? Vermut asked. You can't. Is that milk tea really good? It's not the milk tea thing. I always feel that he is a little bit wrong, Makarita muttered. Zero. What's wrong? Vermut asked. I can't say it. I feel like he is a bit illusory and real enough. Makarita whispered. I don't understand what you are talking about. Vermut shook his head. Why is it illusory and unreal? Is it because of the use of instant transmission? Let's talk about it later. Makarita said nothing. Go and see Topo first, there doesn't seem to be a therapist near him. You help him treat him, and when his injury is healed, I will go to the 7th universe to settle the account with him. Vermut gritted his teeth. Okay. Makarita nodded slightly. Call out. The two turned into two bright flames and flew quickly towards the planet where Topo was located. 7th universe, Namek. Cocotte stood alone on the wasteland and wiped his tears. What should I do next? Castelar is dead. I can't beat the Universe Emperor Frieza myself. Dragon Ball can't grab them either. I'm so useless. What? Just when Cocotte was desperate, Qi Tian appeared by her side through instant transmission in a flash. Huh, Lord Supreme Kai, you can count it, Cocotte said respectfully quickly. Is it a habit on this planet? Qi Tian asked. Cocotte. Get used to a woolen thread. Not used to it at all. Nothing to do. On the contrary, Castello got in. Where's Castelar? Qi Tian asked. Isn't it dead? Coco, you really can tell the truth. Really dead? Are you not going to challenge Universe Emperor Frieza? Qi Tian asked. Yes, that guy is so powerful, we are not his opponent at all. Keket told the truth. Where is the Dragon Ball? How many have been collected? Qi Tian asked. Coco, you can't collect none of them, right? Qi Tian asked lightly. There is no way for this, but Coco wants to cry. Forget it, I originally wanted you to come over to experience it, but the result was good, and it hardly played a role. Qi Tian sighed. If this is the case, I will send you back. Really, I just don't want to stay on this kind of strange planet with no signal. Cocotte quickly said. Take my hand. Qi Tian stretched out his hand. Snapped. Cocotte stepped forward and threw directly into Qi Tian's arms. Qi Tian, this nympho woman, do I usually treat Vados like this? What? Qi Tian didn't have anything to refuse. He brought Coco to use instant transmission and returned to the proud planet of the 11th universe in a flash. Good luck to you, Qi Tian said to Coco. Thank you Supreme Kai. Cocotte quickly thanked him. No need. Qi Tian smiled slightly. What? Qi Tian disappeared soon and returned to Namek in the 7th universe. Cocotte looked at the familiar proud planet, tears rolling down his face. Finally home. It's better to be proud of the planet. Keket immediately returned to the Pride Team headquarters. Cocotte, are you back? Quincy couldn't help but was stunned after seeing Cocotte. Quincy, I really want to kill you. Cocotte stepped forward and gave Quincy a hug. Cocotte, you are so relaxing. Quincy drew away and sighed in a low voice. Quincy, the reputation of our proud team is still not loud enough. Cocotte said. Also, on the planet near the edge of the universe, there is no signal coverage. I almost lost contact with you. What? Quincy frowned. By the way, have you heard of the Universe Emperor? Cocotte asked again. Emperor Universe, who is it? Quincy scratched his head. His name is Frieza. He is a very evil and terrifying guy. Cocotte said. Quincy scratched his head. I feel that I am not talking to you on the same channel. Castellal was taken, Cocotte continued. However, Quincy interrupted him before he finished speaking. Our captain was beaten, don't you know? Quincy said. The captain was beaten. Are you kidding me? Who can beat the captain? Has our universe born a terrible monster again? Keket was stunned and asked. At this time, the incident of the captain being beaten was obviously much more serious than the death of Castelar. No, it's from another universe. Quincy replied. Other universe? What do you mean? Coco asked. It's Supreme Kai. Quincy from the 7th universe gritted his teeth. To be precise, it's the retired Supreme Kai of the 7th universe. Quote. What are you talking about? Kokot was dumbfounded. Stunned for a while for. By the way, Kokot, where's Castelar? Isn't he with you? Quincy asked. Don't talk first, let me stroke the general. Kokoti scratched his head and muttered in a low voice, didn't I say I went to the planet on the edge of the universe? I was the 7th universe to go. Cocoon thought of this and slapped his forehead fiercely. If you go to the 7th universe, then everything will make sense. 7th universe doesn't know the existence of our proud team. This is normal. Pride team is very famous in the 11th universe. How could other universes know the existence of our proud team? Also, on the planet on the 7th universe, I can't get in touch with the headquarters and it's no fuss. There are several universes in between. It's strange that the communicator can have a signal. Also, the guy named Frieza should be the emperor of the 7th universe. I just said that I had never heard of the existence of that number. Also, Frieza said, the planets over there are calculated by coordinates. Here we are divided by region. Understood. Kokot reacted quickly. Does the person who plays the captain have black hair, good-looking features, beautiful eyes, and handsome? Keket asked. Quincy. This woman is a nympho again. Kokot, can't you use a little derogatory term? Quincy stared. There's no way, she is a girl with control over her face. Kokoti said. Quincy rolled his eyes. It's a shame that the captain is not here, otherwise the captain will definitely take care of you. Is it him? Kokoti asked. It should be him. Quincy nodded. Have you seen him? Well, I even hugged him. Kokoti blushed. Quincy didn't want to talk anymore. You can always talk about the sky to death. Where is the captain? Kokoti asked. The captain is still on planet Solar, you can go and treat him quickly. Quincy said. Okay, but I don't have much energy, and I need to be supplemented. Keet has no objection. Just when Kokot and Quincy were just preparing to set off for the planet Solar. The latest news of Toppo and Dispo came from the planet Solar. Toppo has been healed by Makarita and is returning to Pride Planet. Since Toppo is coming back, Kokoti doesn't have to make a special trip. After a day, Toppo's universe spacecraft descended from the sky and landed in the base camp of the Proud Planet. Vermut and Makarita did not come. There is no need for that. After Toppo came back, Keket also immediately told the captain of what happened on the 7th universe Namek. What, you and Castelar went to the 7th universe? Dispo said in surprise, I said you have no news. Is Castelar dead? Toppo frowned. Killed by the universe Emperor Frieza. Kokot gritted his teeth. What to do? We can't let Castelar go to death, right? Dispo said angrily. By the way, the Supreme Kai and 7th universe people have said that as long as you collect 7 Dragon Balls, you can realize any wish. Kokot said to Toppo, Dispo and others, Captain, if it were as if you get the Dragon Ball together, will you be able to revive Castelar? Toppo's eyes lit up. Really? Can any wish be fulfilled? Is there such a magical thing in the 7th universe? Dispo was surprised. Why don't we try it? Kokoti suggested. But, how are we going to the 7th universe? Our human universe spacecraft can only reach the edge of the universe, and cannot cross the universe. Quincy shook his head. Well, let's decide who will go to the 7th universe first, and I will ask Master Vermut to find a way to send us there. Toppo groaned. Castelar can't just die like this, even if he can't be resurrected he has to bring his body and soul back to our universe. Castelar is so pitiful, he died in the 7th universe, and his soul will wander on the 7th universe. Dispo sighed and gritted his teeth, okay, let me bring him back. I'll be the guide. Coco raised his hand, I'm going too. Castelar is my good friend, I have to find a way to resurrect him, if Dragon Ball can really realize his wish. Quincy said. I'll go too. Boone said. You don't have to go to so many people. The 3 of you will do. Toppo shook his head. After all, there is the 7th universe. Maybe the Supreme Kai is there waiting for us. Now I'm thinking, this Supreme Kai came to challenge me for no reason. What does it mean? Is it purely to come and bully our 11th universe? The players did not speak. Yeah, what does this Supreme Kai mean? I will contact Master Vermut first to see if he has any comments. Toppo thought for a while and said. After speaking, Toppo immediately contacted Vermut. Toppo then told Vermut about what happened to Kokoti and Castler on the 7th universe Namek. What? There is such a thing? Vermut was taken aback for a moment, but you said Dragon Ball. I have indeed heard that there is such a magical thing that can realize any wish. But it is not like you said. The kind of ball is as big as the chest of a porta star. I heard that a Dragon Ball is as big as a planet. Moreover, the death of Castler, it won't work. If, having said that, Vermut turned to Makarita. Do you want me to resurrect him? Makarita asked. Vermut nodded. It's not a big problem to resurrect him, but the journey is a little far away. Makarita sighed. It's been several hours from us to the 11th universe. Before going to Namek in the 7th universe, I think it is necessary to find the Supreme Kai to settle the account. Vermut said with a dark face. 7th universe, Namek. Standing in the universe spacecraft, Frieza's face grew gloomy. 4 days have passed, and Sabo hasn't returned yet. Either he ran away or was killed. Vegeta, can he kill Sabo now? Or is it that Sabo was killed by someone else? I had known that I should have let the Kinuite team come here sooner. But it should be soon. The Kinute team will bring the detector here soon. Fortunately, nothing happened during this period. It seems that Vegeta didn't collect all of the Dragon Ball. When the time comes, as soon as the detector is in hand, I will be able to find them quickly. Klin and Son Gohan were sitting together in the river, where they were eating dry food to replenish their stamina. It's been almost 4 days, is it still far? Son Gohan asked. It's not far, I hope the Great Elder is not dead. Klin sighed. Actually, Uncle Klin's father told me that I should be able to beat Vegeta with my current strength. Son Gohan scratched his head. Klin, why didn't you say it earlier? If you want to say, we don't have to be so careful. Klin was speechless. But I'm afraid, Son Gohan said timidly. Forget it, no matter how strong you are still a kid after all. I was still working in Duolin Temple when I was your age. Klin sighed. Son Gohan didn't say a word. Well, let's go ahead at full speed for the rest of the road. He shouldn't find us. Klin gritted his teeth. Even if we find out, don't we still have Goku? Dad doesn't know what he is doing. Son Gohan was a little uneasy. Daddy has no breath in these 4 days. Goku will be fine, Klin said. Yeah, Son Gohan looked up. Okay, let's move forward at full speed. Klin greeted. Shoo, shoo. The two rose into the sky and flew quickly in the direction of the Great Elder. At this rate, we will be there in about an hour, Klin said hastily. Vegeta, who was looking for the breath of Klin and Son Gohan, suddenly stood up from the Dragon Ball. I finally found you. 2 people. It's Kakarot's son and the showman. The 2 of them are now far away. It's not like they are going to snatch my Dragon Ball. Did not sense Kakarot's breath. What the hell is Kakarot doing? No matter what their purpose is, fulfilling my wish is the first choice. I have to bring a Dragon Ball. In case the cunning guy Kakarot is nearby, he wants to wait for me to leave and serve my Dragon Ball in one pot. I won't let you succeed. As long as I hold a Dragon Ball, nothing will happen. Call out. Vegeta soared into the sky, chasing quickly in the direction where Klin and Son Gohan were. This time I must realize my wish. Wow, Vegeta takes the speed to the extreme. Gohan, come on, the Grand Elder's house is coming soon. Klin greeted. Call out. Son Gohan speeded up a bit, only to pass Klin in the blink of an eye. Klin, the residence of the Great Elder. On the outside platform. Chi Tien, after these days of cultivation, I feel that I have become more and more adept in the control of divine power. Son Goku said to Chi Tien. Goku, as long as you can suppress the emotional fluctuations in your heart, you can become Super Saiyan God. Chi Tien smiled. Super Saiyan God. Son Goku was stunned. Yes, Super Saiyan God. Chi Tien nodded. What is Super Saiyan God? Son Goku scratched his head, looked at Chi Tien and asked. Simply put, it is a powerful transformation with divine power. Chi Tien explained. Can Super Saiyan God defeat Frieza? Son Goku asked quickly. Quick kill. Chi Tien smiled. Son Goku. Nuru. Dend. Grand Elder. Spike Frieza. That means Super Saiyan God is stronger than Super Saiyan, right? Son Goku understood. Not bad. Chi Tien nodded. Can I really become Super Saiyan God? Son Goku rested his chin in thought, his face full of expectation. In the past few days, after Chi Tien came back, he stayed with Son Goku and gave simple instructions to his cultivation. Chi Tien, you are also Saiyan, will you become a Super Saiyan God? Son Goku asked excitedly, can I see it? I won't change in this form now. Chi Tien shook his head. What do you mean? Son Goku was puzzled. You will understand later. Chi Tien didn't explain too much. That's the breath of Gohan and Klin. Son Goku suddenly turned his head to look obliquely behind, and was a little relieved. It's great that the two of them are still alive. It's been a few days. I didn't sense their breath anymore, I thought they were both. Chi Tien, you are practicing divine power here, and Gohan and Klin can't sense your breath. And Gohan and Klin are avoiding Vegeta's tracking. By mistake, neither of you knows where the other party is. The two of them are coming here fast. Son Goku said, And Vegeta, why did he catch up? How do I feel that Vegeta's breath is a bit aggressive? I'll go over and take a look. What? Son Goku's figure moved and disappeared instantly. Master Supreme Kai, can Mr. Son Goku really become Namek's savior? The elder asked. Yes. Chi Tien nodded. Thank you Supreme Kai for your advice. The elder hurriedly thanked him. It's not easy for you to recognize me as Supreme Kai at a glance. Chi Tien smiled. A long time ago, I also met Lord Gods of Destruction, so I knew that Supreme Kai existed. The elder replied, after all, there is no one else except Supreme Kai who can use instant transmission. The stars of Yodrat also use instant transmission, don't you think of them as Supreme Kai? Chi Tien asked with a smile. This cough won't work. The elder wiped his sweat. After all, even if they use instant transmission, there is no magical power on them. What, do you think my current energy is like divine power? Chi Tien asked. It's not divine power, nor ordinary ability. I can't say it. The elder shook his head. Then, how do you know my identity? Chi Tien asked curiously. By feeling, the great elder replied. Chi Tien. Well, the sixth sense of the Namek people is really good. Gohan, do you see the mountain in front of you? It's there, Klin said quickly, that's the home of the elder. Just when Klin's voice fell, he suddenly realized something, turned his head and looked behind him, his face changed color. Gohan, it's Vegeta, the guy Vegeta is here. Klin exclaimed, this guy is so fast. Son Gohan also shivered in fright. Gohan, hurry up and go to the house of the elder. I am here to hold him. As long as the elder gives you potential energy, you will have no problem defeating Vegeta. Klin urged. What about you? Son Gohan couldn't bear it. I can't just watch Uncle Klin die here. Go, I'll be fine, Klin shouted. Understood. Son Gohan hurriedly increased his speed. What? Just when Son Gohan left, Vegeta also turned into a flame and quickly appeared directly opposite Klin. Fast speed, Klin exclaimed, you can actually find our whereabouts. Quote. Of course, Vegeta snorted. What are you looking for me for? Klin asked. I got 7 Dragon Balls together, but I don't know how to make my wish come true. I hope you can tell me how to make a wish, Vegeta said with a cold face. What, have you collected the 7 Dragon Balls? How did you get those 4 Dragon Balls from Frieza? Although Klin already knew that Vegeta seemed to have the Dragon Balls together, he heard it personally. Still a little surprised. As for how to get the Dragon Ball from Frieza, you don't need to worry about this kind of thing. Vegeta said lightly, you just need to tell me how to realize my wish. What? While talking, Son Goku came quickly from a distance. Dad, you are here. Son Gohan was surprised and delighted. Gohan, are you here to find the Great Elder to guide you the potential energy? Son Goku asked. Yeah, Dad, I didn't expect you to be here. You keep hiding your breath. Uncle Klin and I don't know where you are going. I thought you challenged Frieza and he wiped Son Gohan's tears. Ah, Dad is practicing divine power, can't you sense the existence of divine power? Son Goku was stunned. Divine power, what is that? Son Gohan scratched his head. I'll talk about it later, let's see Klin and Vegeta first. Son Goku said, let the elder guide you the potential energy. Good Dad. Son Gohan no longer had the slightest hesitation, and flew quickly in the direction where the elder was. Son Goku also quickly appeared beside Vegeta. Vegeta, I heard just now that you have gathered all the Dragon Balls, haven't you? Son Goku asked excitedly. Kakarot, Vegeta was stunned, you guy is hiding here. You also hid your breath specially. Ah, I didn't hide my breath, I'm just practicing divine power. Son Goku replied. What's the mess? I don't understand what you're talking about. Vegeta frowned. Goku, you are here, Klin wanted to cry. Goku, it's really time for you to come. I can't make up anymore. Luckily you are here. Klin, you go first. Son Goku greeted Klin, Chi Tien is also with the Great Elder. Vegeta shivered, his face changed again and again. What did you say? Did you say Chi Tien is here too? Vegeta asked with some horror. I can play Kakarot, but I may not be able to play Chi Tien. What should I do next? Am I going to give the Dragon Ball I got to Kakarot? Hateful, I cannot be reconciled. Vegeta, we have discussed it. If we have the Dragon Ball, we will give us the wish to revive the companions killed by you and Nappa. Son Goku said to Vegeta, if Piccolo is resurrected, the Earth's Dragon Ball will be resurrected. How about letting the Earth's Dragon Ball fulfill your wish? Vegeta's thoughts turned sharply, feeling that his current brain is like a 32-core processor. I did have the Dragon Ball. I have been looking for you all the time. I want to give the Dragon Ball to you to fulfill your wishes. Vegeta flashed in his mind and said to Son Goku, but you guys are really too good. Disappointed me. You hid your breath one by one, I couldn't find you at all. If it wasn't for this bald head and your son that suddenly broke out, How do you know that you are in this place, Li Qians? You lie, you are Ling Zongqi, Dragon Ball can't realize your wish, right? Klin immediately broke through Vegeta's lie. Little bald head, you are right. I can't fulfill my wish, so it's better to give you the Dragon Ball to fulfill your wish. I believe Kakarot will not lie to me, right? Vegeta smiled and looked at Son Goku. I got the Dragon Ball together, I can't realize my wish. Son Goku pondered, Vegeta, don't you know how to summon Shenron, right? Idiot, don't tell me. Klin said hastily. It's okay Klin, since Vegeta said to give us his wishes, then it's okay. Son Goku smiled confidently. Klin was silent. Fortunately, Goku didn't say how to summon Shenron. Shenron, what is that? Vegeta was taken aback. There are things I don't know about these fools. With 7 Dragon Balls together, Shenron needs to be summoned. Only through Shenron can we make a wish. Son Goku explained. Then, follow me to make a wish now. Vegeta thought for a while and said to Son Goku. When you call Shenron out, I will beat you to death with one punch. My wish is mine. Well, before Chi Tien didn't come over, he quickly took Kakarot to leave this ghost place. As long as I become an immortal body, I don't have to fear Chi Tien anymore. In fact, Vegeta, your wish to be immortal is really unnecessary. Son Goku shook his head. By the way, have you heard of Piccolo Daimao? What Piccolo Daimao? I don't understand what you're talking about. Vegeta couldn't keep up a bit. Even if you were an immortal body, if you are sealed, it would be better to die. Son Goku sighed slightly. At least people can go to heaven after they die, and they can continue to practice and grow stronger in heaven. It will be resurrected in the future. Vegeta. Vegeta, you don't seem to be able to go to heaven. You should have killed a lot of innocent people. Son Goku scratched his head. Then after you die, I'm afraid you will have to go to hell. Vegeta didn't want to talk anymore. In the Elder's room. It's amazing. You also have a huge potential energy in your body. You are as good as your father. The Grand Elder sighs. Really? Son Gohan scratched his head. What? A special energy appeared in the hands of the Great Elder, covering Son Gohan's body. Suddenly, a light blue flame appeared on Son Gohan's body. At the same time, Son Gohan's breath also skyrocketed. Son Gohan was stunned. I didn't expect that I could still have such a powerful energy. What's the situation over there? Vegeta's face changed color. Why do I feel a strong breath exploding? It's Gohan. Son Goku turned his head and looked behind him. Gohan's potential energy has also been guided by the Elder. Potential energy, guide. Vegeta was stunned. Vegeta, the Elders of Namek can guide our potential energy. Son Goku smiled. Would you like to try Vegeta? Potential energy. Vegeta's eyes widened. Is there still this kind of operation? Yes. Son Goku nodded. My potential energy has been channeled out, and the harvest is still great. Vegeta, what did I miss? Moreover, I can clearly feel that Kakarot's son seems to be more powerful than me. How can this be? That kid seems to be only 5 years old. Hateful. Vegeta rubbed his fist tightly. Let's go, Vegeta. Guide your potential energy so that we can challenge Frieza together. Son Goku suggested. Cut. Vegeta snorted, agreeing. However, Vegeta felt a little scared when he thought that Chi Tien was also on the scene. I feel a batch of my panic. Will that guy Chi Tien hit me? Do not care. It's okay to go over and take a look. Son Goku and Klin led the way, and Vegeta followed behind. Goku, why should Vegeta channel the potential energy out? Klin lowered his voice and asked. Klin, Vegeta's potential energy should also be very strong. We need more friends to fight against Frieza. Son Goku faced Klindao. Well, you are right. Klin nodded. I hope he doesn't turn back. Even if Vegeta turns back, I can deal with him. Son Goku said confidently. Vegeta didn't hear it behind. But what Vegeta can be sure of is that these two guys must be talking about me. Soon the three of them fell outside the room where the elder was. Son Gohan stepped out of the room. Vegeta, it really was Kakarot's son. This guy's combat effectiveness has improved a lot. Can someone really guide his potential energy out? Vegeta, you can come in with me. Son Goku said to Vegeta. Vegeta didn't say a word, and followed Son Goku into the room. As soon as he entered the room, Vegeta saw Chi Tien in the room at a glance. Vegeta was startled, his face changed color. Oops. Do I want to bugger right away? Vegeta is here too. Come, let the Great Elder guide your potential energy. Chi Tien waved to Vegeta. Are you sure? Vegeta was stunned, and looked at Chi Tien with some doubts. What, do you think you can defeat me by guiding the potential energy? Chi Tien smiled softly, you are still early. Vegeta gritted his teeth and dared not say anything. Come here, the Elder said lightly to Vegeta. Vegeta stepped forward. The Grand Elder put his hand on Vegeta's head. Just when the Grand Elder put his hand on Vegeta's head, he immediately saw some future fragments from Vegeta's body. Unexpectedly, this friend will protect our Namek several years from now. The Elder was a little surprised. What do you mean? Klin was stunned and asked. This is just a clip that I can activate by accident to watch the future. I don't know what the specific situation is, but what is certain is that this Saiyan named Vegeta will definitely become a good person in the future. The Elder smiled. Rights. What did you say? You said I would become a good person. Vegeta felt unhappy all over. I didn't think about being a good person. I still want to rule this universe. Let me just say it, ha ha ha, Vegeta doesn't look like a bad person when I see it. Son Goku laughed. Go away, Kakarot, you shut up. Vegeta shouted. If this is the case, then I will guide the potential energy in your body. The Great Elder said. Special energy emerged in his hand, covering Vegeta's body. Suddenly, all the potential energy of Vegeta was guided out. What, do I still have AHFD, this potential energy? Vegeta was surprised. Vegeta, how do you feel? Is it stronger? Son Goku smiled. Namek's Grand Elder is indeed well deserved. Vegeta snorted. You seem to have heard of him. Chi Tien rolled his eyes. Vegeta dared not say anything. Master Supreme Kai, a huge energy of unknown origin is approaching Namek, the Elder said suddenly. No, it is 5 powerful energies. Master Supreme Kai. Vegeta turned his head mechanically and looked at Chi Tien. Chi Tien is Supreme Kai. When did this guy become Supreme Kai? I do not know how. It should be the Canute team. Chi Tien smiled slightly. What, Canute team? Vegeta was taken aback and reacted immediately. Is Supreme Kai amazing? You are not gods of destruction. If you were gods of destruction, I would still be a little bit jealous. Supreme Kai is nothing at all. It's nothing more than hanging up the title of God. Vegeta, do you know the Canute team? Son Goku asked, turning his head. This should be the Kinuite team called by Frieza. They are made up of 5 very powerful people. Vegeta explained, they should have come to Frieza with the latest detector. With us now the strength of the 5 of them is nothing, but if you really give the detector to Frieza, I am afraid it will be a little bit tricky. Vegeta, where did you hide the Dragon Ball? Son Goku asked. Shall we too challenge the Kinuite team? Let Gohan and Klin fulfill their wishes. Vegeta's mind turned sharply. Immediately afterwards, Vegeta no longer had the slightest hesitation, and directly took the Dragon Ball radar out of his arms and threw it to Son Goku. Son Goku took the Dragon Ball radar and pressed the button above. The distance is not too far. If you fly over with all your strength, you will be there in about 30 minutes. Son Goku groaned. Vegeta smiled slightly and threw the Dragon Ball to Klin. Thank you, Vegeta. Klin quickly thanked. Cut. Vegeta snorted. Then, Vegeta and I will go to face the Kinuite team. Son Goku said. Okay, Gohan and I go to fulfill our wish. Klin nodded. Kakarot, what you said, after your wish is fulfilled, if the Earth's Dragon Ball is resurrected, the wish over there will be mine. Vegeta said to Son Goku. Yes, I promised you so. Son Goku nodded. Chi Tien, don't you object? Whatever. Chi Tien replied. Vegeta, you can rest assured now, since Chi Tien doesn't object, then your wish is absolutely fine. Son Goku said. That's good. Vegeta nodded. Nuru, Dend. Dragon Ball can realize 3 wishes. Should I tell them? Let me say it now, this guy named Vegeta must want to make a wish to be immortal, right? I still don't say anything. Let Uncle Klin and the others fulfill their wishes first. Ah, yes, Namek language must be used in order to realize the wish. Dend looked at the Great Elder. Great Elder, should I help them? However, the Elder did not seem to have the intention to see Dend, nor did he ask Dend to help. Let's go, Gohan. Klin greeted Son Gohan. Yes, Uncle Klin. Son Gohan nodded solemnly. Klin hugged the Dragon Ball and Son Gohan into 2 flames, and swiftly moved towards the place where Vegeta had previously stored the Dragon Ball. The corners of Vegeta's mouth evoked an evil arc. Humph, at your speed, it will take at least half an hour to reach the place where the Dragon Ball is stored. And if I fly at full strength, I can arrive in 5 minutes. I'll follow you when Kakarot and Kinuite battle team later. I want to speak out my wish in front of you after you summon Shenron. Vegeta, let's go too. Son Goku greeted. Vegeta didn't say a word, turned into a flame, and flew quickly towards the direction of the landing of the Kinuite team. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.